Why?
Opie and Anthony. Mornings. Free FM.
Yeah. That's just for this station.
We got a faster rhythm on this program. We need something else.
How about this?
Yeah.
Opie Anthony Mornings, Free FM.
No, it's that delivery.
Too cool for the room delivery?
But it's so slow and it takes forever. I mean, people sit through a lot of commercials and we got to get right back into it. It's the Opie and Anthony show. Tell Chernoff to change that immediately.
Wow, tell?
Immediately. Yes, just tell him.
How about ask? How about suggest?
No, we tell him what to do.
Oh, boy. No, don't get into that mindset there.
We're telling him
Opie
to
Stalin.
change that.
I was enjoying Anthony's little read for iMac during the break.
I
like a lot of fun.
love it.
Yeah, Anthony
I'm
loves his
having
iMac.
a blast with the iMac.
Cool. Mine was on its way, I think.
The people from Apple gave me an iMac, and I'm a computer geek, and I love this thing. And this isn't even the commercial or anything for it, but it's one of these computers that is so easy to use, but they have so many features on there. And I mean, you plug your camcorder in. And where a lot of computers, you got to find which software you want to use or buy it even. Everything's included in this thing. The right program pops up. You get iMovies. Boom. You upload your video to your computer. Boom. It's there. It's sectioned off. It knows when you shut your camera off and turned it back on. So all of those are sectioned off into things. Now you're editing out all the crap. How many people have sit there, you plug in your stupid movie and try to get people to watch it? No one wants to watch it. How many rolls or things of tape you got laying around your house of vacations that no one wants to see? But you spice it up with music and cuts and stuff like that, and you can make some pretty cool presentations.
That sounds like fun.
It is a lot of fun. You into computers?
Rolls of tape.
I know. How old are you?
They do have to. What do you call? Okay.
What do you watch, a stag movie?
Your 8mm
tape.
films.
Got that 9-kid family in like the wooden
Cassettes of tape. Cassettes.
8mm.
Big VHS cassette. No,
I
it's
said
the tiny
8mm.
DV. It's digital video. I would have said DV, but Jim would have thought it was some disease he has.
See, it's so old. It's 8mm.
It's 8mm.
I'm such an ass.
Nah, digital.
Hey, let's say hi to Bill Burr. He's in studio today helping us out.
Jimmy wants an iMac.
Everybody.
Jimmy does want an iMac.
Why would they send one? Why would
Give
they?
one to Jimmy. He's one of the most creative people I know.
Maybe you'll get an iMac for Jimmy Day.
Wouldn't that be good?
Are we promoting Jimmy Day yet?
Who knows? I think
Are we
so.
promoting Jimmy Day? Are we allowed to announce we're going
I
to
hope
other
so.
cities yet?
I think we are. I'm signing DVDs. But
All right, we'll have promos soon on this fine station.
8 people show up.
And XM will be running the promos as well for Jimmy Day.
People show up.
That's what we're hoping.
For Jimmy. Oh, no, we're
That's
not.
what we're hoping.
I would cry. I would actually cry for Jimmy.
I want Jimmy sitting there at a table with his DVDs all eager and 8 people show up.
I signed for the same guy 4 times. Hey, welcome back.
Oh, he's just keeps getting online.
It brings back a memory when we were in Boston at AF and we put out our CD. For the most part, we had unbelievable signings. We went to Springfield, the mall there, and we sat there for 8 straight hours, and there was a line all the way around the mall. And when we were out in the suburbs, it was crazy, the signings we had. But do you remember the signing we had at Tower Records? It was Tower Records on Newbury Street.
Uh-oh.
We show up, right? And they have a table, and they have the banner set up, and they have our CD cover as a poster. And Ant and I show up, and we see that there's a line of maybe 10 people, and we're like, this is a little weird because everywhere else it's been lines around the entire mall, and we had to camp out all day. Huh?
I said, are they only letting in 10 at a time?
We're wondering, like, what the heck?
What's the
man?
deal? Maybe they get a later crowd
Right.
here.
I mean, with these other signings, we signed so much, our wrists hurt.
Yeah.
So we get there, and we're sitting behind the table, and there's literally 10, maybe 20 people. So now we're asking each person their life history, like, so, where do you live? Where do you work? How long have you been
Where were
listening
you
to the
born?
show? Right.
When's your birthday?
Because we're trying to slow down the line so we don't look completely ridiculous. We don't want it to get to a point where we're just sitting at a table waiting for someone to walk up so we can sign
The
their
Spinal
CD.
Tap moment, man. The Spinal Tap moment. Where you're just sitting at the table. We didn't do enough promoting.
Well, that is the key in these events, to promote them.
Yes.
And it's always good when you start a process the 5th of May. and then you start announcing it now.
Well,
It's good.
are you surprised?
No.
Are you?
No.
All right. We got lots to do. Woman receives chin implant.
Yeah, I heard her on Wins on the way in, and oof, eek. She didn't have a chin for her whole life. For her whole life, she had to have her chin removed when she was 5 or something like that. I caught part of the story, but then I was just laughing so hard at her talking.
She looked like Rocky Dennis. It's like, that's your idea of an improvement?
Yeah, they installed a new chin on her, but it looks like, they gave her...
Looks like the doctor didn't do well in art school.
Yeah. Your donor, Mr. Do-Right, was a Mountie in Canada. Gave his life. She just had this giant chin.
Maybe she asked for the Jay Leno look. I don't
Yeah.
know. But,
Hey, you hear about this woman with a chin? That's crazy. She had, I guess it was swollen. I hope it was swollen. But it's got to be not having a chin. She was talking about how she had to have the chin. It was a life-saving thing.
Yeah.
Because her tongue was starting to curl up and go into her throat.
Please tell me she's single. No one married that.
No, she's married.
No, she's
Who married that?
There's a
She's
picture
married.
of her in the paper, and, her husband, all proud, is standing next to her with her new chin.
How do you marry somebody, and believe me, I know I have a weak chin, but at least it's not a life-threatening
It's there.
ailment.
It's there. You look for it. You see it.
You pinch through a little fat, and you're like, oh, yeah, there's a nub of bone, a speck.
Could she eat soup?
How do you...
Burning her chest.
She's got to do a headstand and just kind of put it on her upper palate.
Here she is, so we could all openly laugh at her.
And is that her?
Worse than her chin.
Is that her husband or her doctor?
It's the husband standing by her.
Wow.
After the operation, I guess. There it is.
Wow. Please tell me we have
Looks
a
like
photo.
Play-Doh.
What? She
I want
was
to be before.
awful.
Yeah, her chin looks like Play-Doh.
What did she look like beforehand?
Just like that, without the lower half
No,
of
I
her
want to
head.
see her whole dumb face collapsing.
Did you hear where they grew the chin, though?
In a closet behind
grew it?
mushrooms.
They grew the jawbone
Where?
in her back. In her back. Where's the story?
Doctors are doing some creepy ass
Maybe we
stuff,
should do
man.
some reading
Yeah,
before we
face
start
clamp.
the
Yeah,
show.
we just blurt stuff out. She didn't have a chin. How is it done? I don't know. They grew it in like her back or something.
We shouldn't know. It's creepy.
Wait, where is it?
It is really creepy.
Bone on her back.
Where the heck
But
is
they
it? Where is it? Ah, there it is.
You know why? They needed they used a donor bone,
All right, here it is.
but they had to have her own marrow in the bone.
Here it is.
So it wouldn't reject it.
Here's the story really fast. Denise, with her husband Richard, 4 weeks after historic transplant of her jaw, which was first implanted into her back to help nourish the body part.
Yeah.
It was in her back, on her lower back.
For
in her
how
rib.
long? How long does she have a chin on her back?
Ah, man, I never read past the first paragraph, Jimmy. How long?
What position do you put her in if you're the husband? Either way, you either have to look at her face with a chin on her back. Hopefully he has a foot fetish. Or a flappy neck fetish.
Well, she's happy
She
today.
sneezes, her neck just moves for 3 minutes.
She must have a sparkling personality, though,
No.
because she never had a chin. It was from 5 years old or something. So he married her chinless. It wasn't like he got married and all of a sudden she lost the chin. You may now. Did he just go like ugh, at the "you may now kiss the bride" part where she
Had
lifts
to.
the veil and he just no? We're gonna leave that part out.
He goes to kiss her, and it's her Adam's apple. He's like, oh, sorry, higher.
Just you go right back to her throat.
When did he realize this is the best he's going to get?
He's not bad.
Well,
looking.
he looks like a regular guy.
He actually had to
Could
put
get
his
a girl with
finger
a chin.
under her Adam's apple to lift her up to give her a nice little kiss. You do that or you yank the back of her head. Romantically, Anthony. Romantically.
Right, not like in a bad way.
Yeah, you kind of do the run through the hair with the fingers and then
Pull her chinless head toward you.
Then a little John Rambo.
John Ray.
You go to hold her face to tell her you love her, and your fingers touch in the middle. Yuck. Please tell me we have a picture before the chin.
Why are there never before pictures? Like a woman transplant, face transplant. You can never find a picture of her before.
Right. Well, here's some audio. Let's listen to the story.
All right.
A medical first at Mount Sinai Medical Center, a woman born with a severe facial disfigurement now has a new jaw. Doctors removed Denise Agelski's jaw when she was just 2 years old. That surgery left her unable to eat solid foods and dependent on a breathing tube. Just recently, Denise began losing soft tissue, which collapsed her airway. She would begin choking while trying to sleep. Now that the transplant is a success, Denise is ready to get on with life.
It has changed my life, and I want to thank these guys. They're miracle workers, they really are.
This was the first total jaw transplant in the state of New York.
Wait a minute. So you meet her. She can't eat solid food, and she's breathing through a tube. What makes you go, I'd love a second date? How does that happen?
This is the gal for me.
Throw a fish at old pelican face. She's sucking down like she has to mush her vegetables up and suck them down with a straw.
By the way, Dave,
how does that happen?
She's just like a sucker fish, just against the glass window, sucking stuff off of it, nourishment off of it.
You don't even have to hire a maid. Just put her stupid little sucky mouth in the back of the sofa. Let her clean it. Blech.
You have to throw your food against the plate glass window. The kids outside are tapping on the glass.
To mush her carrots up so she can suck it through a straw. You're in a restaurant, humiliated. Your boss comes over. Is your stupid hose-faced wife.
This is
no
the girl
chin.
I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't she a doll?
Yeah, the one I told you about. Yeah. Mom, meet old straw gullet.
She is a one-of-a-kind.
By the way, Dave in Phoenix, her Adam's apple Jimmy, not everyone dates like you do.
No, didn't Billy said that?
And I was tagging what you said.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it is
so
you,
we're both
Jimmy.
faggots.
Adam's
How awful. And not only that, now she starts to snore. You finally get to sleep to escape this jelly-faced monster. You know, all right, you got to get this fixed. Here, take a piece of my knee, would you?
You hear her choking, you debate whether you're going to wake her up. Maybe I should just let her die.
Yeah, I should just end this right now.
Mouth to trachea.
Her gills. And now she's got a 15-year-old boy's bones. Now the husband's got to think of that every time he's making out.
Ooh,
or looking
yeah,
down at
true.
her. A 15-year-old boy bone.
Bill from Waterford, do you think people used to tell her, keep your back up? and then
Not by the hair on my back. Oh, she got knocked out, but she had a glass back.
Got more backs than a Chinese phone book.
Oh.
Oh, God, I was ripping off Pat from Munaki. I didn't even see that.
More backs than a Chinese.
Yeah, Pat from Mancow. She has more chin than a Chinese phone book. Well,
So that doesn't include the back part of the joke
yeah,
there,
I know.
Pat. You nine-toed sloth.
let's say hi to Matt in Boston. What's up, Matt?
Wait, I have a question before Matt.
hold on, Matt.
How does she wear a football helmet? would just suck up into her nose and teeth.
The strap is under her nostrils.
Oh, 42. We're just getting silly.
She just
By the
went
way-
under her upper jaw, and then that tongue hooked around the strap.
The one that's curling up. Her curling tongue.
Can I
Thank
just
you
ask
for
a
explaining it.
pertinent question? Why would she be wearing a football helmet?
Oh, no, maybe because her husband just looks at her head and has to punch it. Shut up, would you? All right, alrighty.
Now she's got a jaw, but she sounds like quite the mush mouth.
When he married her, he had just dreams of circuses and then being in town to town, her being chinless straw lady and then making a mint.
Him counting money.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way.
Let's say hi to Matt in Boston. Matt.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Matt.
Weren't there two Muppets that they were aliens or something, and you squeeze their nose, and they had no chins? They would go, "Rawr, rawr."
Yeah, that's who she is. She's one of those Sesame Street characters. Yep. I forget what they would say.
I'm sure the morning zoos are taking a different approach on this story today.
Yeah, I don't think there was any domestic violence in their take.
No, not at all.
Wonder what waking up with whooping will do with it.
I love how the people on the Internet Movie Database change the information. The latest is at IMDb on a review of the page for Lucky Louie, the HBO series that Jimmy is going to be in. It says that Jimmy may not make it to season 2 because of his battle with AIDS. Somebody wrote that in, and I guess they accepted it as fact. Well, good luck with that battle, Jimmy. His battle with AIDS.
Hey, we were asking for crying. Like real people crying when they retire?
Yeah, sports guys retiring and just crying their eyes out.
I asked E-Rock for a few. Mike Schmidt.
Yep, that's
Dick
a good one.
Vermeil. Mark Messier was great. We love making fun. We love making fun of the athletes when they cry, when they retire.
It's very difficult. It's I've been with these people my whole life, my whole career, and it's very hard to leave. Get all emotional. I really didn't want this to happen. I really didn't. You try to be strong, but these people in your life.
One of the greatest, we didn't mention it yesterday, George Steinbrenner when the Yankees won.
Oh, this was years ago. He was going through a phase. I think it was menopause or something.
Wasn't it the first World Series?
It was in July.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of
their latest run.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
The latest dynasty that they had going for themselves for a while. And and we were laughing because you remember the old George, the turtleneck, just busting everyone's balls and everything, and then out came this doddering old fool crying, "This is the best team in baseball." And, Joe just brought this team together, and I'm speechless. He looked like Corky from Life Goes On. He was ridiculous.
He went from being this tough, talking old gentleman to he's walking around with a stupid, empty little bucket of no blueberries, trying to find his way home in the woods.
I was looking at the loons. That buffoon. And all before that, the only image I had was, the Miller Lite commercials, I think, with Billy Martin, and, you're fired, Billy, again. The tough guy. And there he is, just, and his mouth was moving all weird. His chin and lip was shaking. And Joe just pulled the team together, and I can't tell you how proud of my boys I am. George, you can act like a man.
What's the matter with you?
Do you think
Godfather should slap his fat face?
Do you think when the old lady with the no chin was going to cry, they knew she was upset because her stomach would quiver? Her back would quiver, I should have said. Well, of course, why would you when you're calling it back 10 minutes later?
Well, there you go.
Trying to recapture a moment that's gone.
So we're looking for those moments, and, it takes the listeners to catch on, I think, because they sent us today Rocky 3, crying scene after Mickey dies.
But that
sent in by
it's
by
awful.
Facto. We're looking for we're looking for real life crying.
I've watched this so many times and still cannot understand what Sly is trying to convey here through his tears. It's Mickey, and then he's like,
he said, "I can't believe I didn't know you were a Jew." Goldberg, you didn't tell me it was Goldberg.
Yeah, wasn't that the big surprise where they had the big Star David there on his little sliding drawer?
Doesn't he yell Mo in the end?
No.
But we got this today instead of real athletes crying.
Where's our athletes crying?
I don't know. I asked for it yesterday. We're still working on it. What happened?
Get the microphone.
So why wouldn't you just give me one or two?
These should be all over the web.
Why wouldn't you just give me the ones you have?
I was composing them all.
What do you have?
I have B.J. Surhoff crying.
Uh-huh.
And we still haven't gotten the Mike Schmidt video yet. We're still looking for it.
So you have one.
You have one.
Do you have any others?
Mike Schmidt is
How
brutal.
about Mark McGwire?
No.
How about someone else?
Mark McGwire teared up.
All right, here's
qualifies.
Well, here's the famous scene from Rocky 3.
What? He sounds like Jaw Lady.
What?
Oh, we got more to do.
What did this?
Then Ralph.
Who cares? They didn't even take him to the hospital. He laid there and died in the smelly dressing room.
Yeah.
No!
That was horrible.
Mickey dies. He grabs his heart, and they bring him to the dressing room, and he doesn't want to go to the hospital. Yeah. How about just get on the gurney?
I'm okay.
Who listens
they
to
leave
an old
him
man?
there in some stinky locker room.
Yeah, talking to her with her big nostrils. Come here, old man.
What a horrible crying scene that was.
Yeah.
That was really a douchey, chilly thing, watching that.
I remember when Ricky Schroeder cried in The Champ. I saw that in the movie. It's one of the first memories I have in the movie theater.
Aww.
And I didn't want to cry in front of my friends.
Did you cry?
Of course I did.
I had a little tear.
What'd you do?
A little zilch.
What'd you do in front of your friends? Did they make fun of you?
I don't remember. They were all probably crying, too. Bunch of moist-faced little fellas. Sad.
Staring straight ahead.
Yeah. Your eyes wide open because you're trying to fight, and it just pulls up under your eyes and drips.
Were you fanning your eyes? Oh, don't cry.
No. Quick dab. You did a quick dab.
And you don't want to swallow because it sounds like gulp.
Well, we're looking for real life crime, but that'll do for today. Okay.
That'll do. It's not what we're looking for.
I know it's not
Let's
what
play
we're looking
BJ
for.
Surhoff. We have that.
Yeah, what? Don't we have that?
Well, E-Rock has decided, he'll wait to get all of them, and then he'll give them to us.
Hey, that finger wasn't supposed to be held up at Opie's back like that. If you're going to do it to his face.
Ooh. Ooh, wait a minute now. I don't like the way Hawk is making his, shut your face eyes at Anthony for Anthony's little joke.
I was kidding. I didn't even see you hold up any finger. I was just... Oh, it was a middle one?
Index.
Which one? Index?
You got a problem with what he just said,
Because I didn't even see that. I was just selling you out like you didn't hold up anything, but then he made an excuse. No, I held up this. He probably did flip you off.
And then when you pointed it out, he gave the eye, the head shake, just shut up, Guinea. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I know. You see that face, right? That he just gave you. Oh, he just gave you that. Oh, you pedophile.
What we're seeing right now is the too big for his britches Hawk.
Right.
Why don't we take a break?
That's right. Give him a good raping.
Bill Burr, are we promoting anything today?
Caroline's 15th through the 18th.
Very nice.
Yes, get Kirk in The Wrath of Khan.
All right, yeah, we could do that.
He was the most human. During Spock's little eulogy. Ooh. Of all the people I've ever known, he was the most human.
How about Roy Smalley?
Oh, Yankee. Ex-Yankee, yes.
That was a good one?
No, I was just saying. BJ Surhoff, I don't know who that is.
Who was Milwaukee Brewer for years?
Huh?
He played for the Brewers for a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the O&A virus spreading across America. We'll continue in just a bit here. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Jimmy's just annoyed behind the scenes today.
Jimmy is very, very cranky.
They may have heard that in Radio Land, a little curse in the background. Who knows? Yeah, it's the Opie and Anthony Show, the O&A virus spreading across America. Will there be a press release at 8 a.m.? I don't know.
Oh, is that a time is there's supposed to be a press release? What?
We were supposed to have a press release yesterday at 8 a.m. They said to hold off, so I'm assuming it's today, right?
Yeah.
No one got back to us, so I'm assuming that it's on. We can maybe announce some more cities for this stupid O&A virus. Bill Burr in studio, 1-866-313-FREE is our phone number. Let's say hi to a guy that has no name and he's calling from somewhere. What's up, man?
Hi, sweetie.
Hey.
Why did you answer him?
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Opie. And
Hi.
happy birthday, Jimmy Cakes. Hi. You guys read Newsday today?
Newsday.
Yes.
We don't read Newsday, really.
Yeah.
All right.
There's too many ads. And we're from Long Island. We should support our local paper, but there's just too much freaking ads in
I want to know
Newsday.
what's happening in Syosset.
Yeah, I gotcha. But there's an article on Arthur Sheehan that is returning to WPIX-TV and how it was unfair that CBS fired him. And something about how Sheehan, 37, was fired after he replied with a letter of obscenity to hecklers while he was trying to deliver an on-air report about Metro cards on May 19th, 2005.
Well, what do you expect the media to do, dude? It's such an incestuous, self-centered importance they have. Why wouldn't they defend one of their own? Of course they're going to defend one of their own.
You know what?
He called you hecklers.
Hecklers.
Yeah, this is the deal. I found it in Newsday. This Arthur Sheehan story we'll talk about for a couple minutes here. It made all the newspapers. The only paper to mention us, Opie and Anthony, was the New York Times.
Well, they don't want to.
The New York Post didn't mention us. The New York Daily News did not mention us. And now I'm looking at Newsday. They didn't mention us. We're a big part of this Arthur Chien story.
Yeah.
A huge part of the Arthur Chien story. We had this promotion, and it was called Assault on the Media. We had our ONA Pest just showing up on live shots to promote the radio program. And Arthur Chien was doing a report on Metro cards, I guess, here in New York City for the subway.
Yeah.
And our own fan was behind Arthur Chien, holding up an Opie and Anthony sign. And
all he was doing was holding up a sign that said, what the hell did it say? Opie and Anthony,
XM Satellite
Radio. Yeah, that's what it said. But then somebody else walked up the subway stairs, saw Than holding the sign, and started cursing and holding up his middle finger to the camera, which annoyed Arthur to no end. That person is now in jail on tax evasion charges, and used to be a visitor to the very room we are sitting in now.
That's right.
Wow, they went Al Capone on him, huh?
Oh, yeah, they went Al Capone on him.
That's right.
And from what I hear, he's losing his mind.
By the way,
prison.
A guy that used to kiss our ass on the street every time we saw him.
Yeah, cabbie.
Talking about crazy cab. He used to kiss our ass all the time on the street. And then, he's a phony like the radio show. He helps out.
Well, from what I hear, he's kissing a little ass now in prison.
There you go.
And that's the least of it.
This is the actual.
Oh, yeah.
This is the actual audio of Arthur Chien. This is what he did live on TV that got him fired.
Good morning, Sean. This is apparently a very simple crime to commit. All one has to do is buy a couple of multiple Metro cards, stand at the turnstile, and just continuously swipe people in all day. Police sources say these guys net a couple $100s a day, and that's pure profit. But it's costing the TA a great deal, about $16 million a year, and they're trying to put a stop to it. What the is your problem, man?
What's great about this? He was live.
Yeah.
But he was so annoyed, he didn't even wait for them to go to the tape. He just turned around as soon as his live shot was over and just said, what the F is your problem, man?
He was so upset. Usually the reporter has to stand there sometimes for an awkwardly long time staring into the camera before the film starts. But he just went right from what he was saying to turning around and dropping the F-bomb.
And as soon as Than said, Opie and Anthony on XM Satellite Radio, in his just monotone delivery, Arthur Chien raised his voice. You could tell right there he was so annoyed.
Yeah, he was
and couldn't wait to turn around and curse Than and Cabby out.
Why shouldn't he even...
Sorry, man. I just love how that started off so regular. Like, this is the end of this guy's career, and you have no idea. He's just...
Yeah, here it is.
Make sure you get flowers for your mother today. It's a wonderful day out here.
So watching the Hindenburg come in.
2 seconds
Looks
later.
all nice at first.
So this was a huge story in New York, and yes, he got fired, and I guess the WB here in New York City picked him up. He's back on TV. So all the papers are talking about the story today, and of course they leave us out of it.
Why shouldn't he have been fired, though? Here's the bottom line. Why shouldn't the media, you want all these perks and these complete carte blanche to do and say whatever you want under the guise of reporting news that's unbiased. So why can't they expect their reporters to act a certain way? And look, if you can't handle the pressure, then hey, stay out of people's faces on the streets, stupid asses.
Yeah.
Why should they be able to go wherever they want, put a microphone in your face, disrupt your life just to get the scoop, and you can't respond?
And when you respond emotionally to them, they get all, oh, well, we just want to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
They get all condescending. And if you respond with a push on the camera, they really get pissed off.
Right, so this guy couldn't handle it. None of them can handle it when it's back in their faces. They're great at sticking a microphone in some victim's family's face, a rape victim or whatever the problem is. But as soon as you smash them with something, tax evasion, any type of...
So here's the update on the story, okay, that we just played. F-word shouldn't have spelled fired.
Oh.
It's being reported today in all the papers, as they leave us out of the story for whatever reason.
They don't want to promote radio.
An arbitrator has ruled TV reporter Arthur Chien was wrongly fired by CBS Channel 2 for blurting out the F-word on live television last year. The station should have handed Chien a lesser penalty for lashing out at hecklers, who were called hecklers, in a live shot when he thought the cameras weren't rolling last May. Wow, that's a year ago already?
And also, by the way, Newsday.com, you are mentioned.
Well, but not in the actual Newsday article. On the online version. Terrific. Boy, how many people read newspapers online?
Could be 5 or 10.
Perhaps more than that, Anthony.
I'm just glad this is over. And behind me said Cheyenne 37, who has since bounced back with PIX Channel 11. It never should have happened to begin with. Cheyenne, who plans to stay at Channel 11, will get unspecified compensation. Look at that.
Oh.
The arbitrator said CBS should have gone easy on Cheyenne because he never intended to curse on air, and the station did not receive any complaints. I actually agree with that.
I do, too. But again, the guy cursed on TV, and he's a reporter.
But he didn't mean to.
Exactly. Too bad.
Well, we didn't mean to do the Sex for Sam thing, so
you know what I'm
we
saying?
shouldn't have been fired either.
Yeah.
It was just bad judgment.
I actually agree with it, too. I don't know what I'm arguing.
Poor judgment.
Company policy bars use of the F word, but does not require offenders to be fired. CBS, the arbitrator, noted tolerated hijinks from the likes of ratings giant Howard Stern, who has since moved to blah, 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 which has no language restrictions. A CBS representative was not immediately reachable for comment last night. So that's the update on the story that's all over the place today.
Do you know, wait a minute.
What happened?
You do know that Stern is not mentioned in the online version. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's funny, though.
It's amazing how biased the media is against this show.
Yeah.
And it's because we call them out and we tell them what scumbags they are. Sorry. You are.
Well, we're not going to play ball. This is how it is. If they're not going to mention us because they can't take it, then fine.
Yeah, babies.
It's just ridiculous, though. We were the story. And they now call us hecklers or some radio show or I don't know. But the New York Times got it right. They had all the details, including what radio show it was, what the sign was, all that crap.
That's all right. Anyone that reads the story, they'll remember.
But the problem is, who reads the New York Times? It's too many words, and most of the words are big ones.
And the paper's so big.
Section, though.
Yeah. If you could find it.
And you have to be
I
one
don't
of
think
those
your newspaper
business
should
guys.
weigh 5 pounds.
Who reads lifestyles?
On a Monday, right?
Yeah, on a Monday, your newspaper weighs 5 pounds.
That's one of those business guys on the train, and you have to learn how to fold it properly. It's not a paper you can just open up and read. You got to, fold it and then refold it and look at a little panel at a time.
A newspaper shouldn't take over 3 seats while you try to read it.
Yeah.
You know?
The Wall Street Journal, it makes the Times look like a comic book. You ever look at that crap? Even the front page is boring.
It's like another language.
Oh, Enron execs say, oh, shut up.
I know, it's like from the 1800s.
Yeah.
WorldCom stock to plummet.
Old.
Yeah, they don't even have photographs. It's like stipple-drawn pictures of the people.
A what?
What?
Stipple. It's a drawing technique, which is just dots. Just like,
Yeah, I was thinking
never
that
heard
too.
of that.
No one under the 95 has ever heard of that.
A stipple drawing?
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that?
Actually, some girl I knew. She used to draw like that.
What, did she identify you in a lineup?
Yeah.
I would have just said it was...
No, she didn't identify me in a lineup.
You got tricky out of me, guys, on TV again! Enough!
Swab your blowhole, cancer
I think that's
boy.
actually cool, that hole in the neck.
No, it is awful. It looks familiar. I'll just tell you that.
Why does he put the bib on?
Because so you
no
don't
one
have
wants
to
to
stare
see it.
into it at work or at lunch.
He looks like he's going to rob a bank.
Puts a bib over it.
And how did that happen?
Well, I wonder.
Smoking.
Smoking.
So wait a minute, that's like bad for you?
That's what we said yesterday. If you don't know smoking is bad for you at this point, then just continue.
Unless that Chesterfield cigarette satisfies your T-zone, taste, and throat.
But it's on TV again. Wonderful.
It does look familiar, doesn't it? That blowhole. Like they fashioned it into something that looks like, something men are usually attracted to. Well, they did. I've never seen one that graphically before, this commercial, where the guy, it's a close-up, and he's swabbing it with a cotton swab, a Q-tip.
All right.
It would just be a hole. And there's supposed to be a brass ring or something that they stick in there, kind of pretty it up.
Yeah, maybe decorate it.
Decorate it up. Wouldn't you put some lipstick around it?
Absolutely. A couple of legs.
Around it
A tat? Yeah.
turn it into something.
Let's go to Jeremy in Tennessee. Jeremy.
Opie,
Yeah.
have you had if the New York Times had something good to say about y'all, you'd be kissing their butts, dude.
Right you
Oh,
are.
my God, Jeremy. It says calling out Opie on New York Times. First of all, we gave them props because they were the only ones that actually mentioned us in this story that's out today. And couldn't you tell that we were just goofing?
No, I mean,
No.
I take
about
everything.
everything.
We were making jokes that the paper's really
Oh,
large,
no, you
sir.
No, you wasn't.
I actually read the Times from time to
Oh,
time.
you.
Well, I don't read it.
No,
So
you
shut up,
wasn't.
you stupid caller.
I'd rather read the Post because it's on
You're
a...
being so hypocritical, you dork.
Easy with the
Oh,
language, sir.
did he hang up then after that?
I hope not after a barb like that.
Got you.
He didn't. He realized
He's
that...
a bright guy. That was the problem.
Yeah, he realized how stupid he really was, and that's the only thing he could come up with, that I'm a dork.
Come on, man. You didn't hear that guy was speaking?
I like reading the New York Post because it's on a third grade level and the pictures are nice and big and stuff. But every once in a while, I will read some New York Times.
Sometimes
Every
they
once
have-
in a while.
Sometimes they have pretty girls in bikinis.
That's right.
Too in the
Crap.
Post.
I like unbiased news. I go to Fox.
You might take it seriously. You know, he might call you a dork now.
They are biased, Jim.
Hey, can't get enough of Andrea Day, one of these stupid reporters here in New York City. She's looking out for us, guys. She's looking out for us. She usually has the trench coat on because she's getting things done.
She's like a...
She's an investigative reporter.
Investigative reporter.
Dumb broad.
She stinks. She's the worst. One of the worst reporters I've ever seen on TV
Who's
here
she
in New
with?
York City. She's on local Fox here in New York.
What's she trying to do?
Well,
Did she interview you guys?
Huh?
Did she interview you guys?
Yeah. A while ago, and she was trying to get stuff out of us. I'm like, will you turn off your mic? We're not going to say anything stupid. That's all she's about, just keeping the mic on and making you believe, hey, we're just hanging, right? As the mic's in your face.
Yeah.
No, we know what you're trying to do. We're saying nothing. But
What's she doing now?
she's giving a lot of promotion to this 9/11 video game.
Another video
But it's
game.
under the guise that she's bringing it to our attention because it's so bad, and that someone has to speak out. Someone has to
Defending the
speak
family.
out. The reality is, it's an awful video game about 9/11. You try to prevent the towers from being hit and being knocked down. But first of all, it's an awful video game.
It's Missile Command. That's how old this game is. The old platform is based on Missile Command.
It's so primitive that it's never going to take off. It's one of these dumb little things that someone out there did to get a little attention. And if she never mentioned it on TV, no one would even know about the dumb thing.
Plus, you can't win it.
No, there's no winning.
There's no winning it. Oh, it's like war games.
Right.
Then I figure it out, and you have
You
to play
cannot win.
tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe.
That creep
That's what they
talks
do.
as he types.
Joshua.
Hello, Joshua. Why? Just write it.
So here's the story, and
Just gonna mouth it.
and Andrea Day, she's just getting things done.
Yeah.
A disturbing new video game is all the rage on the internet.
No,
The
it's not all the
goal,
rage.
Save New York.
It absolutely
It's not all the rage.
Thank you, Anthony.
You're pointing it out now, and more people will know about it because of it. It's not all the rage. Some intern pointed it out to you.
Right, and you needed something to talk about today.
All the rage.
You needed something dramatic for your stupid news program.
The last time someone said all the rage, Sock Hop followed it. Out of touch, idiot.
The hula hoop.
Oh, damn it, you beat me. I was right there. It's all the rage.
A kissing contest. It's all the rage.
Oh.
Is it?
A disturbing new video game is all the rage on the internet. The goal.
It's not. We're
all the rage.
We're on top of the internet. Have you heard of
Especially
about this
gaming.
game?
It's all the rage.
No.
Oh man, see, I don't know how.
Half-Life 2 Episode 1 comes out today. That I know about. Now that's a game, my friend.
That's not all the rage.
It's all the rage.
The
I'm
9/11 game.
I'm
This is all the
pre-downloaded.
rage.
This is the rage.
This is all
Second
the
I
rage.
get home, I'm playing that. Screw this game.
Yeah, video game with primitive graphics.
Yeah, it's primitive. Believe me, the graphics on this are 1988.
Honestly,
Atari.
On a stipple drawing a video.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
honestly, you would play this game for 30 seconds.
Not even.
30. It's kind of like, remember the Monica Lewinsky game with the splooge
On
and
the dress?
and all
Yeah.
that? You played it for 30 seconds and went, that stinks.
It's worse than a dopey Flash animation game. It's worse because it's just the graphics are so primitive and the gameplay so boring.
But here's the news, because they have to get dramatic.
It's all the rage.
And they have to make it bigger than it really is. So they make it sound like it's an unbelievable game with unbelievable graphics and all that. Here's their story on it.
A disturbing new video game is all the rage on the internet. The goal, save New York from a 9/11 style terror attack. But for many, this all too real game goes way beyond disturbing. Fox 5's Andrea Day has
Here
the
she
story.
is. Listen to her.
My dad was a man of honor, and this is putting such a bad name to it.
It was almost too much for Norma Jean Margiotta to take. The 18-year-old lost her father, a lieutenant with the New York City Fire Department, on 9/11. And she says this game brought it all rushing back.
You see the planes crashing into the towers, and then the towers fall after a couple of planes hit it. It's horrible.
She stumbled into it on a popular website we're not going to mention and reached out to Fox 5 right away.
It's so offensive. It's offensive to me. It's offensive to my family.
The game is called New York Defender, where you can use your mouse to fight back. Norma Jean just calls it heartless and insulting to her dad, who gave his life on 9/11. And the one person she wishes could see her graduate on Thursday.
I'm doing it for my dad, and I'm doing it to tell those people that it's wrong. It's not fair what they're doing.
And we spoke with the people who run the website. They say it's their most popular game, and even though it's in bad taste, they're keeping it up and running.
And now a lot of people are going to search and find it, thanks to Fox 5 here in New York.
You could see the
Way to
girl
get
being
things
upset.
done.
You could see the girl being upset. You know, her
Yeah, but-
father dies, but the news should have said, you know, all right, we understand that, but we really, you know, I think the best thing to do is not to mention it.
Right. And they're oh, I almost cursed. They're BSing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You think this girl called Fox? Or do you think Fox discovered this game and said, well, now we have to make a story
Let's
out of
find
it.
a family
We got to
member.
make it as dramatic as possible. Let's find a family member, possibly a teenager that would be on the internet and would happen to stumble across this.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote their own story there. I will bet so much money this teenager did not call Fox.
That's how they do it.
They needed an angle, so they're like, oh, she called us. And someone is saying that this game was out 2 months after 9/11 happened, and that they're about 5 years late on the story.
And it's not newsworthy. I mean, that some scumbag made a game like that. It's in poor taste, but it's not newsworthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dangerous. It's just dumb and in poor taste. There's nothing newsworthy about some pig making a video game like that.
And you just gave them attention. So do we, but we'll at least acknowledge we gave these guys attention by talking about it.
We're attacking
But they were trying to say, you know, they're trying to, get something done and get it taken away. Well, you did nothing but expose it to more people today.
Does she have her trench coat on?
Not in that story.
No.
Hi,
Or
Jeff.
She gets really dangerous when she wears her sunglasses and her
she's
trench coat.
Undercover.
She's the worst, and she's one of them that will run after you with the microphone.
She's awful. Wouldn't mind banging her, though. She looked good when she was in here. Push her face into the buttons. Bend over the old console. Teach her a lesson about weight loss eventually.
All right, we'll take a break.
Wait,
and
before
continue.
we do, I have to acknowledge that there's an intern in here who wrote his name Jeff, and he left a big space between the E and the first
Yeah, what happened there? G.
Well,
why would the mic be on?
He forgot his name halfway through writing it.
Jerry?
Jew.
What?
Steve wrote it.
Steve wrote it?
Oh, all righty. Hey, he's good. Right off the bat, he's learning very well.
Absolutely.
You just pin the blame on someone else. Hey, Steve wrote it. What do I know?
Shouldn't he be mushing potatoes into a Wyoming mountainscape? You get it?
That's a bit of a stretch. I get the reference, but
a little bit. I couldn't think of another bearded
VH1
ass.
does a movie about the Unabomber. He'll play him in like his teen years.
Young Unabomber.
All right, when we get back, we're going to do the Mets thing.
Ooh.
And also we got a highlight from Lizard Man from yesterday. He continued on our XM show.
Yeah.
We got the audio of the dart hitting it looked like the breastplate.
That guy, I don't know what's going on there.
Well,
I couldn't watch anything he was doing.
But no more of Kenny running out. He's got to be in here for this stuff.
Too disturbing.
He gets too grossed out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
I'm
as well.
afraid.
Hey, it's 8 a.m. Where's the press release?
Got to be in here soon, right?
Let's find out if we got a press release.
It's on its way.
To read after the break. It's the ONA virus spreading across America. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Bill Burr sitting in with us today. Playing Caroline's...
15th through the 18th.
Thank you, Bill Burr. June 15th through the 18th at Caroline's here in New York City. Why is he sitting there?
He's
And
creepy.
staring at you, by the way.
Why are you
Good.
sitting in...
My back is to him.
Why are you sitting there?
In the guest seat. It's our creepy new intern.
Yeah, that's like the guest seat with his big name right in the middle of his shirt.
Yeah.
He didn't put it up where you usually wear a name tag over your heart or somewhere. It's right in the middle of his belly.
Yeah.
And it says J-E space F-F.
Great place for a fist.
Yeah.
The thing is huge. Where should I put it?
You should talk it to a mic. That's
I don't know. It should be like up here. Yeah, up by, where you usually have a name tag. That's like where, you come into Ellis Island and they would slap that on there. Hey, this guinea's got rickets. Put him in quarantine. Oh, that's another one. Okay, Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Got a little Bob Ross.
The young Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Let's put a little happy tree in there.
Gonna paint a big Jeff on my chest over here.
Where are you from, Jeff?
South Jersey.
Sounds good.
Can we hear more of your Bob Ross? Because
that was
terrific.
really.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it was good. It was actually good. Bill, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was good. Let's hear a little more of that.
Let's get a little happy tree in there. Let's give it a nice azure sky. Throw some happy little bushes in there.
Wow.
Got talent.
That's good.
That's terrific. I really enjoyed the dry mouth during the impression.
Yeah.
Where you hear
the I'm not nervous.
I haven't had water in like
3 years.
So.
All right, beat it, stupid. We're done with.
You want a water, dude? All right.
What do you?
He's probably leaving now, going, "Look, that went all right. I think I'm going to be a regular on the show."
What did they tell you you're doing? Did they give you any duties?
You had to ask him back.
Just what?
Just running around.
Just running around. So that look, everyone's laughing at him.
Do this, Jeff. Do this.
Yuck
Yuck
mouth.
mouth.
The paste mouth.
Yeah, so he's nervous. What do you
think?
Swig glue in the morning?
Actually, yeah.
Oh.
Actually,
nervous.
Actually, I'm so boy. I'm an intern.
Do you want a radio career?
Maybe.
That's terrific. That's terrific. You should pull the mic closer to you. Sir.
What do you do interning for a radio station if you maybe want to be in radio?
It seems like a good job.
Yeah. Seems like a good job.
So, Mike Savage, I mean, what exactly do you think you're going to wind up doing?
No idea.
How old's the lower half of your face?
Lower half, 23.
Anthony pointed out that he looked like Billy pointed out that he looks like Clifford Peach, grown up, my bodyguard.
That was me.
It was Anthony.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Whoever it was.
He said
it bombs when I said it, so I'll take responsibility.
It's a young Chris Makepeace from
I said Chris
my
Makepeace.
Bodyguard.
Boring.
No, that was a good movie.
Everyone knows the reference.
Boring.
Because Bob Kelly looks like the fucking fat... Oh. Bob Kelly looks like the fat guy that beat up the bodyguard. Hey, that's my bike. That's Moody's bike. Stupid cowboy boots. Guy's trying to jog with sweatpants and cowboy boots. Towel around his neck.
All right. You can beat it now.
Take care.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
This makes me long for E-Rock Radio.
Ugh. Stupid body.
Nothing's worse than E-Rock Radio.
All right, let's...
Hey, Jeff, grab me up.
All right, here we go. The Mets have a new theme song, and everyone hates it, and now there are death threats.
Excellent.
Why death threats?
The big story in the paper today.
that.
Met music strikes out with fans. It's not a rallying cry. It's an outcry. The new Mets theme song, Our Team, Our Time, is so bad the fans are petitioning online to have it killed. The creators are getting death threats, and it has been banned to only pregame playtime.
Well, why the Mets? Let me tell you about the Mets. This is the corniest organization in sports.
Yeah.
You're cornballs, Mr. Met, the big baseball head. What faggots!
You know what?
They corny.
I'm a Mets fan, and I completely agree with you.
Dude,
We're finally going to get a new stadium in a couple of years. Thank God.
Is it going to be pink?
I don't know.
Because the Mets are
I still going to have the
team.
apple, because it's the big apple.
The big apple.
God, what douches.
I was at the Mets game the other day. Had a great time. It was the Mets Phillies, and I was looking for a Mets hat that I could actually walk around and wear.
Oh,
They still don't have a hat you could actually walk around and wear.
a manly hat.
You know, when I was in Boston, we did a live broadcast about 2 months ago. I almost bought a Red Sox hat because they look cool.
No.
I got to admit, they look cool. You
No.
could walk around in a Red Sox cap.
Not in New York.
And I almost picked one up because I went to the Red Sox game. And I was outside Fenway, and I was checking out the caps. And I'm like, look, they have like 10 styles that you could wear, and they look cool.
Do you have Boston underwear on, too?
I know.
You're just like, you're all... and it's New York. You're in New York. Show some respect. for the town.
I respect.
Really,
I hate Boston people that walk around New York with their goddamn bee hats on.
Championship.
And
Stop crying. You'll get another one.
Oh, because you step around with the Yankee hat up in Boston, and it doesn't matter if you're in church, you'll get a Yankee suck chant.
Well,
Yankees suck. Yankee, yeah.
It's not our fault. You guys are lazy.
Here's why. No, it's because New York has a lot of things. People don't really care as much. In Boston, there's two things: the Red Sox and racism.
As opposed to the open-minded people down here?
Attaboy.
I respect Bill Burr that he walks around Manhattan with the Red Sox
Everything's
cap.
got a Bruin
really
shirt
do.
on.
I respect that, though.
Jeez.
Well, why don't I dress like I'm in the Sears catalog?
Paw socks on?
Anthony
Pawtucket.
Anthony did get his outfit from a Sears catalog today. He smashed you good. I just got to acknowledge that. Gotcha. Come on.
These are.
I've said it before, and I'll continue saying
I don't buy my own clothes.
You're the worst dressed millionaire I've ever seen.
Those are great clothes if you have a trapper keeper.
Bill Gates wouldn't wear that shirt.
Oh man, dude,
Bill Gates would wear this shirt.
Bill Gates would not wear that shirt.
Sorry, I can't be I can't be your age and dress like I'm in junior high. Do you own anything? Are you one of those people that you can't go to any friend's funerals because you don't own a suit? I don't. You show up with a bee's hat on. Hey, I love the guy. He liked the socks.
Like it's important to wear a suit at a funeral.
Yeah, they're
Who
dead.
gives a shit?
Well, Jesus, Opie. I'm just saying. I might dress like
Anthony. I never claimed to be a fashion plate.
Neither did I.
Okay, and I'm sorry there was a little dead air, and you decided to lash out at me.
I just wear.
I have in here. I said hello to you.
Yeah. I have clothing that isn't always a goddamn T-shirt, and yes, I'm pointing you out, Jimmy. Also,
Abracadabra. I'd wear this proudly anywhere, any day.
Look,
Jimmy, you'd wear that to a funeral,
this
right?
Is what you wear.
Oh, he's got Miller.
Don't fall, meal ticket. Don't fall until I get my Apple computer.
Don't grab that light if you start falling.
Fan, get behind him, please.
I love standing on swivel chairs. This is what you wear. Look.
A Miller High Life T-shirt and
vintage.
ripped up jeans.
Vintage, baby.
Yeah, how much did that cost?
I don't know, probably like $100.
Yeah, probably $100 for a
It's a T-shirt that looks like it's 10 years old. It's vintage. It
That's
says
the
Miller
new
Lite.
gimmick.
And then I got my Holy Hole jeans.
Yeah.
I love those jeans. The brand new old jeans.
It's called I Don't Give a Crap. But you do give a crap. You thought about it.
Because you gave it some thought.
All right.
Why don't you help the meal ticket?
Whoa! Anyway,
meal tickets.
So I was at Shea Stadium, and they still don't have any freaking caps you can walk around and wear. They have the worst colors in baseball.
Yeah.
Granted, How You Doing was an awful Yankee song, but the Mets have historically had just dorky Meet the Mets.
I don't think that was an official sanctioned
I'm not sure if
Yankee
it was, but it wouldn't surprise me.
That was those two wops that decided to how you doing.
Well, the new song everyone's hating. Okay, the article continues. Fans of Pedro Martinez and the First Place Amazons compare it to that Chicago Bears song, the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Ah,
that could be the worst sports song ever, right? I don't think there was one that was even worse than that.
Just the fact they call them the Amazons. The Amazing.
They're amazing.
Oh, I get it.
They're saying the new theme song is a bad ripoff of Run DMC circa 1985. One fan even insinuated that Britney Spears' talentless hip-hop hubby, Kevin Federline, could have done a better job with getting a song together.
I think Kevin Federline is good, and I don't appreciate the jabs at that guy.
All right. If I thought you were serious, I would punch you in the face.
I think he's great.
He is serious. He is serious.
You know, when I was young and I would listen to rap music, I used to pretend that I was kind of like a rapper, but I would never let people see me do it. But I would kind of
Hey, you said you had some kind of dream or something last night.
It was a memory.
Oh, a memory of when because he used to be a wigger. Jimmy was a wigger. He would walk around. He wanted to fit in with the black community, and he was a wigger. The whitest guy.
He was a wigger when being a wigger wasn't cool whatsoever.
No. It was fashion.
It's kind of taken off now.
Yeah,
the whole wigger movement.
Jimmy started it.
Is rocking.
Yeah, Jimmy started it.
I would wear
but the black people would beat him up.
Shell toe. They just rejected me outright. They felt bad for me. Like, oh, you dope,
pathetic,
you stupid white kid with glasses and almost mullet, but I cut the back.
You'd wear like a Kango hat.
Oh yeah, constantly
wear
furry Kango.
A furry Kango and dress like with loose pants and everything.
No, I don't think loose pants were in there.
High top fade mullet.
No, I just had the bowl haircut. I used to bobby pin my hair when it was wet from the front, so it would be like a bowl cut. I was awful.
Oof.
Can you
I was maybe a -1 in high school. There's one on my MySpace.
Nah, that one is tame. I think you have better pictures.
Like.
I think you have better pictures of you as a wigger.
Not really, no. I mean, I would wear my shell-toe Adidas. And, with the fat laces. And
yeah, PHAT. What, now, what did you remember during this phase?
Come on.
I love it.
You know how, like,
This looks painful.
Doesn't
dude,
it? He's wincing at the thought, not even of telling us, just the thought of it in his own head.
I know. Think of the stuff he's admitted to.
I
And
know.
this is difficult
Believe
to
me,
say.
I'd rather be wiping my chest off right now than talking about this. But I had a memory of it. Like, you know how, like, for me, when I fantasize, whether it's sexually or otherwise, there has to be some kind of reality-based thing.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people's fantasies
It has
are like.
to have a grounding or it won't make sense. So, like, when I would pretend I was a rapper and the guy would say his name, if it kind of sounded like my name, I would, like, feel comfortable doing it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
There was a very popular rapper back in those days named Big Daddy Kane.
Sounds nothing like your name.
Well, Kane and James kind of sound alike.
Big Daddy James.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, God.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Oh, my face is hot.
Okay, terrific.
Okay, horrific.
As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Hi, party people.
Wow. That is really awful.
Dude, if that's...
Did you have your friends calling you that?
No. I would just kind of pretend that was my name and I would, like, sing along to the lyrics.
And you'd sing along alone?
In the mirror?
Yeah, I would just kind of fantasize that I was, like, this famous
Doing
rapper.
gang signs and stuff?
No,
For the music?
I don't even think gang signs were popular back then. Like,
Did you do any dancing, like moves?
No.
You had to do some moves.
My only dancing memories, I was drunk at my friend's party, and I thought I could, like, kind of pop lock.
Did you even want to be white a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I was just, it was back when it was rebellious. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
it was like
it was
that,
never
but that's when it
rebellious.
was considered rebellious. You know, it was, like, it was a newer thing.
No,
Rap was
rebellious
not.
is bringing one home.
No, as a boy and showing my father, this is Leroy, father. No, it wasn't as popular back then, man. It was really, the white community was nowhere, it was really not loving it in 1984 like they are now.
Yeah.
It was, you know,
Yeah, I hear
it wasn't the in thing to do. I was an ostracized douche, as I should have been.
Wow.
Did you do the Monster Rain rap? A lot of people want to know.
No, I didn't.
Monster Rain rap.
Dad, not only am I gay, he's black.
Instant feedback's coming in. This one just big capital letters, douche chill. Justin
Big Daddy
from
Lame.
Big
Vanilla
Daddy
Gorilla.
Lame.
From South Carolina.
Justin from Virginia. Jimmy should have been shot like Tupac. Oh, you awful.
It really was bad.
That is embarrassing.
I told you I used to wear this hat. I remember this big black kid, Orlando, took my hat. Like because I had really bad hair issues. Like I was a mortal terror that people would see my hair because I had cowlicks.
Oh, you have good hair.
Now I crew cut it, but cowlicks is why I would put the hats on. That was to cover my hair.
Yeah.
That's really why it was. I was almost thrown out of school for it. And this big black kid took my hat off, just snatched it, and I instinctively just snatched it back.
Ooh.
And in the lunchroom,
guy.
he was a big dude, but I snatched it back, and he was kind of surprised. And he goes, "Oh, you want to fight me?"
Oh, no, I just wanted my hat.
And we started walking towards like the thing, and I tried to get out of it with dignity. I'm like, if you wanted to see my hat, why didn't you just ask?
As the walk to the fight area is going on, you're trying to get out of it?
Yeah, I did get out of it. Because he
Don't
said
you just-
something, and that was the end of it. Like, I think...
You probably told a joke.
Why don't you
had
just
everyone
have
laughing.
a friend walk up and go, "Hey, get a load of fatso over there."
Yeah.
And then you hit him.
Oh, if you want to see my hat, just ask.
All right, listen, we got to...
Oh,
faggot.
We have to take another break, but we got to finish up with this Mets thing. So they're saying that Federal Line would have done a better job. As a Mets fan, I'm truly embarrassed by this horrible excuse for a song the Mets have anointed the song of 2006. One writes, aside from the embarrassingly bad lyrics, cheesy dated Vanilla Ice style music, and lack of melody, it's stereotyping the team as tasteless, hipless, and classless. It's just stupid.
It's really bad.
It's actually a perfect representation of that organization.
I'm sure the rest of America has not heard this, so listen really quickly here.
Yeah.
New York Mets, our team, our time. New York Mets, our team, our time. Our team, our we get the hits, we score the run. We shut you down. We're number one. New York Mets, our team, our
Someone should be fired for this, by the way.
Please.
You know, some white executive.
You know, the kids are going to love this.
It was put on his desk. He listened to it and went, "Yeah, this would be great for the team." Has no clue about hip hop and
neither does whoever's rapping. Big Daddy James would have done this right.
Big Daddy James.
I'll say maybe this is Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, Snoop douchey douche.
That was 10 cents.
He's at first base. Cliff Floyd, Donald's Beltran, playing the outfield. Come to Shea Stadium.
Xylophone.
Our team's the real deal.
Wow.
This should be followed by the sound that De Niro made when he stabbed that guy in the stomach in Godfather 2. Our team, our time.
Antonio Angelini.
That's just a white executive. That's very, very out of touch.
Yeah, that guy thought it was going to bring the kids in.
They've never come up with a good song, though. Anytime anybody...
Meet the Mets.
Joe DiMaggio.
Greet the Mets.
It is awful, but that back then, at least, the whole country was a bunch of cornballs. At least back then, it was like there was no relative comparison because it was all corny.
All right, with that, why don't we take a break? It's the O virus spreading across America. Do we read a press release next? Do we?
Probably not.
I think so.
No, the word came down. We will not be reading a press release, so the rumors will continue about Washington and Columbus and other cities for the O virus. Maybe tomorrow we'll read something. Maybe we won't. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Bill Burr in studio, 1-866-313-FREE.
Killing during the commercial.
I know. I know. We should just tape what's going on during the commercials and just run it, and then we can sit around and laugh and laugh and laugh.
I wanted Let's Go Mets Go to come back into.
Yeah, that was a good song.
When the Mets were cool.
Well, we were discussing Roger Clemens signing with the Astros, and basically we were talking about how he'll never have as many wins as Cy Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mentioned, and then I recapped that I had said that you only got 4. You started every 5th game back then.
Yeah.
But then you said, yeah, that's right. You have more time to win games. But then me and Ant were saying,
but
they only played day games.
Then I brought up the fact that it doesn't matter that these legends these days are getting ripped apart because no matter how good their stats were, these days, for some reason, everyone jumps on and goes, well, the Parks back then, they didn't pitch as much and they only faced this many pitchers. The walls were shorter. The guys that... Back even 10 years ago, you never heard so much complaining about sports legends and their records. Now they rip them apart. Babe Ruth, well, yeah, he hit a lot, but, the guy played like twice a day for...
But he never faced black pitchers.
Yeah, never faced black pitchers.
Never faced any of those Cuban pitchers.
He was able to leave the game with his wallet. What does that have to do with baseball?
Hey, he didn't have to face relievers and stuff. They didn't have relievers back then.
Relievers.
So the pitcher got tired by the end of the game, and he had to continue to pitch, so his curveball wasn't as good, and blah, blah, blah,
that
blah,
is
blah.
true.
And there was no whirlpool therapy.
Look at Babe Ruth. Look at the guy.
Big fat.
Also a great pitcher.
Fatty.
Are you going to try the line that killed during the break?
No, I wasn't going to do that. I was smart enough not to do that.
Yeah, but it got a big laugh for 4 people. You should try for a laugh in front of about a million.
I can't do it now with that kind of setup.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to attempt that surprise that isn't surprising now?
Don't do it, man. It's suicide.
Come on, man. Do it.
Babe Ruth was like the ringer in a softball game. That guy in a warehouse.
Yeah.
Jim.
That
is
line,
funny
Jimmy.
stuff, Jim.
I tell you, he's just quick, and I'm just off today.
So we were talking about that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone's got to rip the legends down.
Barry Bonds.
And that was Bill's line, by the way. Everyone's got to rip legends down.
Yeah.
Bill said that before.
Are you saying that because it didn't get as big of a laugh as you were hoping?
No. I was...
Shut up, you. Shut up, you stupid head.
Hey, whoa, man. My people weren't even allowed into baseball till the 50s. Thank God for Jackie and Larry. That's what Big Daddy James
Your
says.
people, Big Daddy James.
I like Barry Bonds.
You like Barry?
Yeah,
I hope he hits
you're the
1,000
guy.
home runs.
I don't really like
Dude,
him,
there's so many people who don't even care. That's just like the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're like, this is all the rage. People are outraged that he is in
they're
second
not.
place.
No
Nobody
one cares. You're right.
No
one
cares.
really
Hit
cares.
1,000. I hope he goes up there as one big chest muscle with like the bat just sticking out. Just because it annoys nerds. Records are for nerds. No one cares.
I think steroids should be allowed, to be honest with you. Who cares if you want to sneeze and have your brains rattle around like tapioca pudding when you're 50? That's your business. I want home runs, and if people don't like it, they won't go to the games.
People want to see him smashed out of the park.
And then they're acting like all these guys who originally played were these virtuous people who never would have done steroids. They didn't exist. Mickey Mantle drank like a 12-pack between like a doubleheader.
That was his version of steroids.
Yeah, he's gonna juice up.
Imagine taking drugs out of rock and roll. Where would we be today?
Exactly.
Alternative rock.
Look how great Aerosmith was.
Right.
When
Off
they
the
were just
drugs.
completely wasted.
They're good now, though, man. With Pink, they sing all these like
Rolling
ballads.
Stones. The Beatles did their best stuff under the influence.
Oh, yeah.
You take drugs out of rock and roll. Ugh.
The Beatles were in sync before they did acid.
Ooh.
Wow, that was
Wasn't going to let you.
I was hoping you meant like in sync. I was hoping you meant like as a description of their actual playing. I didn't know you meant the band.
Yeah, the band.
And then I was like,
I agree with Jimmy, though. Whatever it takes.
Yeah,
let
who cares?
Let him do it. Who cares?
I want to see them make home runs. I talk like a sports guy.
We don't have to live with them after their careers are over.
Exactly, when their bones ache.
Remember Lyle Alzado?
Exactly.
Oof. It was a mess.
Achoo!
Oh, old pudding head.
All right, we got some audio of
What?
Just my achoo.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Got a 0.
I like that, though.
Thanks, Ann. Good
Because it was rattling, but you referenced it before, so.
All right.
And there was someone out there that enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Brett Boone crying. Here's our first one.
Thank God.
We finally got a real crier. We want to start playing more of these, okay?
Sports guys retiring and crying.
Brett Boone made a tearful exit from the Seattle Mariners, who cut the 3-time All-Star after a half a season of struggles.
Pretty sad day for me. You know, I've gone through a lot in this city. A lot of great times. And we've scuffled a lot last year and a half. And then I feel like a baby. But the city's been so great to me, and I've had a lot of success here. Played with some great guys, great people just around. And the fans have always been, you know, awesome. Great times, tough times. And you guys have been good to me, and I appreciate that.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
I gotta get that picture, Godfather. It'll put me back up top.
Brett Boone stars a new war picture. It's called Take the Hill, faggot. You hit a ball with a stick. Felt like you were curing brain cancer.
Wow, he really said everything that we were goofing on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the fans and his team and just, you know, working together with all these guys is just the best part of my life.
Can't put on my glove and throw it around the horn anymore. The horn. Why don't you shut up? The horn.
And he's got to talk about, you know, he's
this
got
day
to.
was gonna come. I guess it happens to everybody.
He's got to acknowledge it too. I'm crying like a baby. Hey, little baby.
I'm never gonna go swing by the swing again.
You know, you take it for granted that you're just going to come down and suit up every day, and then your day comes where you're just not going to do it anymore.
Can we do Crying Day? We got to do Crying Day.
Crying Day. What about Jimmy Day?
Well, Jimmy Day is ready to go, I think. We got to do Crying Day. How long is it going to
We
take
never
you?
did Mustache Day.
How long is it going to take you to get Crying Day together? Because someone is bringing up on the instant feedback Bruce Kelly, the Bruce Kelly audio. We could bring all the crying audio together and have Crying Day.
Bruce Kelly crying.
Do we have that here before we leave?
Fantastic.
Huh? You don't have that here? We'll play it tomorrow over here, okay? Bruce Kelly crying after he saw the Who perform.
The Who.
Last summer or whatever it was.
Oh, my God. It was over in England.
Oh, it's some of the best audio.
Live Aid, was it, or something?
It's Live 8.
Live 8. Whatever the hell they called it. And the Who was playing, and he was right up front, and he came back to announce. And he got on mic, and he was just in tears because he saw the Who.
Who cares?
Like, what year is this, idiot? What are you, at Woodstock?
Plus, half of them are dead.
Yeah, you're not watching the Who.
Exactly.
Seeing Roger Daltrey and some old vicar playing guitar next to him.
I cried when I saw Pete Townshend's computer files.
So did he.
He's doing research.
Yeah.
How did he
With
get off
Gary
with that?
Glitter.
Exactly.
How did he get off with that one?
I'm researching. That's why all my keys are stuck together. You dirty boy.
Oh, and we got to add to Crying Day, yes. What about the day E-Rock cried when he admitted that Opie...
Look at him while you say
Opie's
it.
my hero.
Our own Iraq had a little bout with the session of tears.
You better add that to Crying
That's right, you
When it was-
lactating sissy.
When on his MySpace account, it was pointed out by the rest of the guys who are so sympathetic that under Heroes, he had Opie.
Yeah.
And I wasn't on there.
No, neither was I.
No, me and Jimmy, not even on there, which made Opie's being a hero even more special.
And there was like one ahead. I think your dad was first, right?
Yeah, it was Dad and Opie.
Dad, Opie,
God.
and
God.
and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it was like Hulk Hogan.
Oh, it was a terrific list.
It was the most.
It was a terrific
It was the
list.
gayest list of heroes ever.
And I have to say, I had a wonderful line. I'm not going to repeat it now.
Oh.
All right, I will. No.
Go ahead.
No,
come on.
No, you have to now,
no,
Jimmy.
go.
It's part of the rules. You have to.
Now you
have
Come
to.
on, let's
I
go.
said the reason he made Opie number 2 is because that's how Ope treats him.
Your laughing isn't going to help. Yeah, but I just wanted to crash you.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've fallen.
Why have I gotten the car crash? Would it bother you if I rebelled every time? I don't need to be on this show. Every time I got a car crash?
There's no way to relive a joke.
No, you're right. There's not. I just kind of relaying it in a serious tone.
Hey,
Hoping.
can we add some Ron and Fez to Crying Day?
Yeah, Fezzy.
All right, when are we doing Crying Day? How long is it going to take you, really? Can we do it next week?
Yeah, next week, Crying Day.
Yeah, Crying Day next week, like early in the week, Monday or Tuesday. All right, and you got to get all the other athletes crying and all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like the fact that one intern has hair like the guy in the Chuck Norris movie who died in the well.
Hmm.
Go ahead, car crash.
I'm trying to think of it. Which one?
The mechanical dude who was killing everybody.
Oh, you're looking at that guy over there.
Oh, yeah, him.
Okay.
The handsome one with the
I
smile.
thought you were pointing because he kind of has hair like Sensei in Karate Kid.
Much better. Nice smile. You have a good smile, kid. All right, welcome.
Let's say hi to Chris in New Jersey. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Best crying in sports has to be Bob Kelly breaking his knee.
Yeah.
Bob Kelly breaking his knee.
That'll be part of Crying Day, too.
Bob is a fat worm, but it's almost understandable when you break a bone that you're going to act weird.
Hold my hand, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
hand.
sipping girl, but
All right, later, shit fix.
it's almost understandable why Bobby cried.
We had to dump out, but
Yeah, that's the call.
who knows what they heard there. Okay. All right, I guess we're just about done for this half of the Opie and Anthony show. Huh?
This session
of the O&A show.
Now we head over to what we like to call the Potty Mouth Show.
Yes. Here you go. Take this. Thank you. Bill Burr is going to be at Caroline's
15th through the 18th.
I'm usually pretty good at remembering stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Caroline's, June 15th through the 18th, yes.
Apparently we had Iraq's hero list wrong. It goes Dad, Opie, Hulk Hogan, Governor McGreevy. People are funny. Instant feedback. Thank you.
We'll find the George Steinbrenner crying and all the other ones.
All right, come on, you Hulkamaniacs. Yuck.
Yeah,
Why?
I wanna be a Hulkamaniac.
We ought to make Eric say that while we all put our...
Yeah, that was close. A couple of minutes, you could let that line
Yes, guess
fly.
we're all going to put in Eric's face while he sings I Want to Be a Hulkamaniac.
All right, if you're not joining us for the walk or the second half of the Opie and Anthony show on XM, thanks for checking us out. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
The O&A virus is spreading quite nicely so far. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Boston. Thank you, Cleveland. Thank you, Pittsburgh. Thanks, Dallas, New York,
Washington,
and West Palm Beach.
Oh, no, not yet.
Outside Free FM in New York City. Is that music really loud or is it me? There we go.
Ooh, for our little walk.
We got a nice crowd
Hi,
outside. Jimmy Day coming to the show, right? What day is Jimmy Day?
Friday, June 9th.
Are you excited, Jimmy?
I couldn't be happier.
He's a liar.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be signing the HBO DVD, which we will be selling at Tower Records by Lincoln Center, I think, right?
When are we doing that? Do we know when the day is?
Friday, June 9th at 6 p.m.
A week from tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where you going to be?
I'm not going to be able to make it.
Where you going to be?
I don't know, somewhere else.
Oh, no. But I don't want it to, but...
Going to someone else's day.
Oh!
Oh, wait, your one-night stand, they're going to be releasing that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's,
Buy that.
why don't we go straight and
Nobody
cross the
buys
street?
yours, they're not gonna release
We're
mine.
going to walk on the other side of the street today. Hi, I remember you. And, they're right, her. That's your girlfriend. She was on the website. Yeah. Whack bag.
Well, are we crossing here or are we going to wait?
Well, now we're going to have to wait.
Oh,
Because
please
now the
let
light's
Ben get
going to
hit.
turn green. Ben, get hit by a car. It's good for the show.
Love to see a car dented smashing into his cock.
There were a lot of people with your picture, and they put it up on the website, and then people say you were really hot, and then it doesn't matter how hot a girl is. There's a couple of people that be like, dude, you know, she ain't that hot.
I know.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, they would, like, fall all over you and stuff.
They're just fat old guys.
Yeah. There you go.
And they said I don't have an ass. I don't think you have an ass in denim, but I do.
Jesus Christ.
How are you, sir? Well, hold on. What's that?
Very well, thank you. Beautiful girl, isn't she?
Oh,
Yes.
he's looking at the girl.
Yes.
See?
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Do you post on Whackbag?
Sexy. What is that?
Sexy. Look, he's got a heart on.
I love the trachea commercial that's been running.
He's got some action in the front of his
He's got a rod.
Hold on, sir. Do you want to come back and look at the 11-year-old while you're still sweeping up? Creepy old fuck.
Really, what a
Accent.
dirty old man.
Exactly. You're every guy in the good, the bad, and the ugly.
He just ran away when we
What a
realized
douche.
he was popping a tent. All right, we're crossing the street now.
His unclipped cock.
Nice jugs.
Wow.
I actually was trying to find a T-shirt that wasn't Boston, and I was like, I'm going to get trashed. I just accepted it.
I can't.
Yeah, please. It is in New York. You know, have some fucking respect. Have some respect.
Nice pair of tits coming. I love the summer with all the braless girls, your little
Just
nipples
tits.
sticking out.
Not even connected to
All
a woman.
tits. Yeah, just laying there in a heap. You just walk over and mush them.
I was so bad on the Free FM, they didn't give me a
Bouncy,
microphone
bounce.
for the walkover.
No, we don't have a guest mic, Bill. It's not you.
Bill feels bad about his appearance today. Not like comics are insecure or anything.
I thought you did fine, Bill.
Yeah. Did a fine job. Now we go over and, you know.
It's like Marion with AIDS.
What we used to.
Oh, wow. Good reference.
And,
On your way?
all
I'm
right.
sorry, sir.
Oh, the smell.
There is a fat
Go away.
Why,
person problem.
why can't homeless people piss?
Oh, you want to buy a magazine?
Jimmy, you haven't bought a magazine in a while.
Jimmy, what do you need?
Hi, sir.
What do you need?
I want to buy a magazine. Do you have the Honcho or something like that?
You got Honcho last time.
No honcho.
We don't carry honcho.
Do you have anything with black guys, naked black guys?
No.
Anything with cock?
No.
No nudie magazines?
No nudie magazines?
No, we don't carry.
Why?
I'm not
That's
getting
where the
this.
money is. The money's in the black cock, sir.
Oh, we don't carry, sir.
No.
How about a highlights for a boy's life? All right. This guy's got charisma.
All right. That's odd.
That's the first newsstand
Yeah.
that doesn't have the porno
It must. It's got to be a front. It's
How you
got to be
doing?
a front for something. He's trying to stay out
mind
of
your
trouble.
business.
Yeah, fuck off.
What?
Enough.
Just yell at people.
And so what happened was I announced I had AIDS.
Oh my God. The
Her
look you
face,
just got.
her face was priceless.
I love saying
Yeah.
we just walk by a lady and I blurt something out really inappropriate so they only hear part of the conversation. And that's the best. I'm going to do it again.
Do it again. Oh.
Hey, let's be honest. We're getting sick of Max. But
Hey,
we got to ask Max
Lex
about
Luthor.
We got to ask Max about his friend from yesterday, the guy with the huge package.
Yeah, the guy with the infected ball.
We got to find out if Max knows anything about him.
Is Mac there, or is it?
He's over
Yeah,
there.
he's there. Okay.
The other guy's renting his testicle out as a fucking thing at a children's party they can jump up and down on.
Riding it like a hippity hop.
Oh, let me see if I can get this lady.
Yeah, get that her. Get with the
She
comment.
told me she's pregnant, so I kicked her in the stomach.
Oh my God, that's so great.
She shook her head in a unapproving fashion. How you doing there, Mac? Hey, someone else was sitting here yesterday. He's a guy, you know him? He's got one big testicle, one big ball in his pants.
No.
Like his balls are fucking like all swollen.
No.
He was sitting there. He took your spot, bro.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, you don't know him.
He has a big bump in his pants.
Big bump right here.
He's got to be a legend in the circuit. You have to.
Yeah, I would think everybody would know him. Made your leg look like nothing.
Yeah.
His balls are. Your balls okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because his left one was. I swear it was the size of like a watermelon.
I got a hernia.
You got a hernia?
He probably got one.
Oh, he got one?
Yeah.
No, I think he had like elephantitis or something.
What was he lifting? The entire island?
What's that?
Yeah.
His ball, it's way big, too big for a hernia. There was no way it's just a hernia. His ball was like, it was swollen out to there.
Big infection.
Yeah.
Or something.
Mac, what do you think? What do you think of the hot girl that is doing the walk with us today?
Beautiful. Yes, she is. Gorgeous.
When was the last time you had
Would
something
you?
like that?
What would you do with that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
Kind of old.
Kind of old? You're not
Looks
too
like
old
that
for
scene in A Clockwork Orange.
I'll try to do something.
Does all the equipment still work though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still works.
Yeah.
But it ain't seen action in a while, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, you're not. No, we're not going to give her to you. We give you occasional buck or two, but you can't get girls. There you go, Jimmy.
Which one? The one in the blue is a nosy buddy.
Hey, Fatso!
Hey, busybody. You're a busybody.
She saw us talking to the homeless guy, Mac here, who's a friend of ours.
Yes.
And she was all disgusted.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Good seeing you. We're off.
Take it easy there, bro.
Bye, Mac.
Junior! Every day we get to see Junior now.
Hey, Uncle Junior. Hey, Tony. I got the big casino, Tony. Where's Dr. Kennedy? Got Salamaranga.
Notice that fucking Tony Bennett doesn't come this way anymore? I had enough of him. Enough trying to be nice to him.
That guy is Tony. He is Uncle Junior.
That guy is, yes.
He is absolutely
twin.
Uncle Junior.
So I'm laughing. I ate her asshole.
Get this one.
I can't. It's
Nah,
too far away.
Get this big dopey
All right.
guy.
All right, let me get this.
Yeah, get this woman right here, right here. Here she is. Something stupid.
So she had a baby and I kicked it.
Oh my God, the looks you're getting.
Oh, dude. I mean, I tested positive, but I'm not telling her. Oh my God.
Just as the woman passes.
So my father fucked me in the mouth. Holy God. You know. Oh. So I ate her asshole and laughed. Oh my God.
They're so disgusted. I ate her asshole and laughed.
All right, here comes this other guy here, right? This is an older gentleman. So I say, fuck America.
All right. Why don't we do a short
How you doing, sweetie?
Yeah.
Why don't we do a short walk today?
All right, we're done.
We're
Sir?
done. Guys, thank you. We got some radio to do. The second half of the Opie and Anthony show starts in moments.
Becoming a fucking nightmare. Holy shit. Oh, God damn it.
Hey, starting tomorrow, we got to start taping the elevator ride.
Holy
shit. Just get a DAT recorder or something, because that's unbelievable.
I can't.
What he gets away with.
We're waiting a long time for the elevator, so a lot of people were building up in the lobby. And we got to get up here first, so we all load into the elevator, but other people also did. So as the doors are closing, I went, uh-oh, I think this elevator's overloaded. Now, the last person that walked in was this big, fat black woman. And Jimmy goes, no, it's all right. She's not all that big. And she was mortified. And then I look at the buttons to the elevator, and was that you, Kenny?
Yeah.
Kenny reaches over and pushed every single button from the 5th floor up to the 15th. Just one at a time. Click, click. So they are now on a hell ride up to the 15th floor, stopping on every single floor.
I want a fruit juice.
Juice?
I want a smoothie.
What?
I want cold carrot juice, freshly squeezed with a little bit of ginger for my stomach.
Oh, God. Good. Have some of this in my zipper. It's the same thing. I got...
Mr. Burr?
Yes.
Beverage?
Water, please.
HGH? I got a sour stomach.
How about a Pepto on the rocks?
Sour.
I'd like a bottle of water, too.
It was gurgling outside.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Jimmy's getting a little trimmer, huh?
Thanks, Bill, for noticing.
Do
Finally,
a little smash fat diet?
Fat smash diet, yeah.
No, none. I haven't done it yet. I've just been working out. I'm starting to swim now, but it swells my fucking foot up every time I do it. I can't swim because I only do the breaststroke.
Ugh.
Anything more pathetic than picturing him shirtless in a fucking pool doing the breaststroke?
Bob Kelly
with your bathing cap on.
I was swimming, and Bob Kelly said, "When you swim, do people stand along the edge and watch you and clap?"
He looks like one of those, those premature babies. They got to stick him in that crap.
Can't help it. I'm getting trim, Bill. You know how it is. Man gets trim.
All right.
I'm a slender gentleman.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot in here, isn't it?
No, it's kind of nice.
How about some AC?
No, it's nice. It's not hot at all. It's a little chilly, actually.
You believe that girl came back just because she got a little criticism on Whackbag?
Yeah, you should explain that. At least we're getting some women to join us for the walk.
There's that girl. She's like 18 years old. Cute girl.
She's hot, man.
Yeah, and last time she was here, she looked good. She looked good. They took pictures of her, put her up on the website, and said who was the hot chick that was walking with O&A. And then, of course, on Whackbag, it can never be 100%. Like, most of the people are like, holy shit, she's so hot, this, that. And then other guys are like, she ain't all that, or she wasn't that good, or anything. So I guess she took it as an insult. So she came back all made up and everything. You know, she had a little more makeup on. Her hair was nice. She was wearing a shorter skirt.
Yeah, she thought about her outfit.
Yeah, the outfit was definitely thought about.
Thought about it. And
she looks like
sexier.
She's 14.
That Long Island lacrosse rapist she's dating.
So, yeah, I guess those pictures will end up on Whackbag and see if she can get a 100% rating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
The rest of the people, I don't know, though. They just snap pictures and take video, and it doesn't end up anywhere. It doesn't... What is our own staff videotaping for? Just in case, I guess?
What do you mean?
You never know. Just in case Ben would have gotten run over by a bus, we could have all laughed and laughed for hours and hours rewinding.
Well, they tape every day, and then something does happen.
Yeah, if something happens.
Supposedly the La La video is up, and it's supposedly pretty funny.
Oh, the annoying guy, a guy that got so annoyed on the payphone?
Yeah, do we have that? Can we see that in the background there, E-Rock?
As we AIDS does he
set
have?
Up the second half of the show
Did
here?
you ever use a payphone?
No. Oh. All right. We're about to begin, huh?
We've already begun, my friend.
Crying Day is going to be a hit next week.
Can't wait for Crying Day.
Crying Day. We're going to collect all the crybabies.
That Mike Schmidt's a brutal one.
Is it really?
Yeah, Mike Schmidt is really bad.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
He goes up like 9 octaves.
Fuck yeah.
Don't we have that?
Steinbrenner's good, too.
I want another crying one. Let's get that moving. Where is it?
I know. I want another preview.
Yeah, we need another preview. Well, we got the con thing. But that's another movie.
I want a real crying, though.
Schmidt's got to be on the web somewhere.
Huh? You would think.
Why don't we Google it?
Yeah, you would think.
Let's give it a Google.
Don't Google it.
I love to Google.
We are assembled here today.
Captain.
To pay final respects to our honored dead.
Do my hair.
And yet it should be noted that in the midst of our sorrow, this death takes place in the shadow of new life. The sunrise of a new world. A world that our beloved comrade gave his life to protect and nourish. He did not feel this sacrifice of vain.
Gonna do the whole movie.
And we will not debate his profound wisdom at these proceedings. Of my friend, I can only say this.
Uh-oh, here he goes.
Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most human.
His was the most...
That's not bad.
Human.
Oh, my God. 40 seconds to get to that?
I know. He could have just done that
That little part.
From that little part.
And they're not as good as when it's
No.
real life people cry.
He didn't react that hard when his wife got her nipples stuck in the fucking pool drain.
Is that what happened, Quincy?
It certainly is. Sam, we gotta catch the murderer. There's botulism in the water fountain. Yeah, is there really, Jack?
Wow, what a great Jack Klugman you do.
That's right. I even
But
do the
you do
fingers.
the whole face thing.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew you had it in?
I
Jimmy?
like that.
Yeah, we loved it.
Sam, we got.
We gotta catch him.
And he'd keep his lunch in the freezer with the body parts and stuff. Everybody would go, ew, that's gross, but he's used to it.
Sam, the homoerotic Asian who went absolutely nowhere after a hit series. Is he happy? Is he sad? No one knows, and they're looking right at him. Fucking smiley face. His fucking most Asian heads should have a nice day written under them.
Hey, look at what I got in my hand.
Hold on, real fast. Mike in Binghamton. Oh my God, Opie, the other day you were saying iMac in front of a big Hollywood director, and now you just called Max. Learn how to speak. I'm getting that one wrong every single day. In other radio news, David Lee Roth will discuss his recent heave-ho from CBS Radio during the 8 a.m. hour today on John DeBella's show. It's making the circuit, huh? All right.
Well, hey, wait. Are we going to promote Jimmy Day on CBS? Or are we not allowed
Yeah.
to? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if we were.
No.
I didn't want us to get yelled at.
Well,
I didn't want to get hollered at, Ope.
is Jimmy Day ready to go?
Yeah, they're promoting it already.
Okay, but it's like half Jimmy Day. It's like a half a day.
Well, it's actually better.
It was supposed to be a big thing, and now it's just like a half a day.
No, it's better.
You getting fucked over, Jim?
That's like
No.
Huh?
No, actually. It works out better this way because...
But see, Jimmy Day was supposed to be a whole day of festivities, and now it's just one little thing.
Yeah, what am I, a carnival? Just fucking come buy the DVD, I'll sign it.
Do you have a tent?
Open Amp may be there, they may not. Hawk will certainly not be invited.
I will be there.
Yeah,
course
we'll
Eric's
be
invited.
there.
Don't not look at me, Eric.
All right, you ready for the dump report, Andy?
Oh, please. Where is it?
Live from the Opie and Anthony Show studios, the Daily Dump Report.
Here it is, the Daily Dump Report for your Thursday, June 1st. At 7:44 a.m., Jim Norton, under his breath, coming back from break. Wow, they actually caught this one.
Good, that's what they should have caught. Good.
Jim Norton said, piece of shit, during his mumbling, rambling tirades he goes on during commercial breaks. Coming back from commercial, but Mike's went on and he, piece of shit.
Yeah, who
was-
were you
was
calling
said in
that
the
piece of
background.
shit, by the way?
I'm sure it was somebody from
Jim?
a certain
I
organization.
don't know, I was just kind of...
Who were you calling a piece of shit? We can say it now.
I actually...
We're on satellite.
I don't remember, I was just mumbling.
I like it.
Well, we'll see. I'll let you know who I
First
call a
words of
piece of shit.
people.
Let's see how Jimmy Day goes.
All right. That's,
Oh, my God. All right.
Let's see when fucking 8 people are standing there.
and
You know.
at 8:18 a.m., Norton said, looks like the fucking fat guy. Did you say that?
I might have, but it's...
I don't remember that. At 8:21, who gives a shit? Opie talking about wearing a suit to a funeral.
Well,
who gives a
I
shit?
should have let that one go.
And at 8:51,
That was
our
very
last
accurate.
dump of the day, only 4, a caller saying, later, shit dicks. So a relatively squeaky clean program today. Only
8 o'clock
4
hour was
dumps.
a little rough.
A little rough.
Yeah, a little rough.
Oh.
Oh, that bounced off the back of the chair and went in.
Comedy Central has to show the lost episodes of the Chappelle Show.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, tee-hee.
I said don't bring that up.
Boy, are they
Oh, wow.
trying.
I actually was not even thinking about Billy's Connection. I'm sorry, Bill.
They are just trying to get every bit of mileage out of
I was
Chappelle
not
as they
thinking about
can.
Bill's Connection when I was looking at Donnell's picture in the paper. Fucking Donnell.
Oh, I thought you would trash for me because I
No,
was
no,
in there.
not at all, actually.
No, it really is a story of the paper today. What, are they doing 3 episodes that they filmed already? Are you in these 3 episodes, Bill?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, I was called in to do a sketch. They changed it last second, and then everything went down, and that was the end of my short career on that show. But I will make a recovery.
Slowly but surely, you're rebuilding.
Yes, I am.
All right, listen.
Mancow in Chicago interviewing David Lee Roth said that he was in negotiations to take over for Stern, but turned them down. David Lee Roth said he thinks he was brought in because it takes around a year for, quote, heavy hitters like O&A to set up a contract. Mancow laughed a lot. Hey, man, Dick, we know the real story, okay? We talked to the people involved. We know the real story about the negotiations to take over for Stern. You spin it whatever way you want to.
We were just told this story yesterday in a big conference room.
In a big conference room over a lot of laughter, how fucking pathetic you were.
How Mancow was calling CBS Radio every single day.
He would call every day begging to get the gig, and they just didn't want to give it to him. They knew he didn't have the fucking pull to take over for Howard's Markets.
These fucking liars in this business.
Lying sack of shit Mancow is now saying he's spinning it that he was in negotiations but turned them down. They turned you down. We heard yesterday from the principals involved that you called. They were laughing at you that every day you personally would call because you got nobody of any that can represent you.
They didn't want Mancow.
They didn't want you.
They didn't want you.
Well, ABC offered me a sitcom the other day, and I just turned it down.
Yeah, of course.
You turned it down.
I want to keep doing the improv.
I turned it down. He just wants to sit in Chicago and Des Moines.
There's not a person in radio that would turn down taking over for Howard Stern.
No one in radio is going to turn down that gig. You lying fucking... Can this guy be honest for a second? For one fucking second, can Mancow be honest? Impossible. You were the laughing stock of CBS, Mancow. A joke. Do you understand? You were the joke of CBS. They were laughing that you called every fucking day trying to get the job. Turned them down. Oh, that guy disgusts me. Fucking ass. That's what happened.
Get us on in Chicago, please. Please.
Yeah.
Get us on in Chicago, please.
Do this.
Please.
That is absolutely what happened. He would call every day. He would call CBS, and they would laugh because he wasn't getting the fucking gig, and they knew it. And they tried to tell him, I guess be nice to him and say, look, no, this ain't the gig for you. It ain't what. And he would call back and call back. Turned them down. What a lying fucking dick.
All right. Moving on to other things. Jay Moore started something that might have legs. We don't even know. He had an alternate...
10-second segments?
ADD radio, yes.
I wanted fresh carrot juice, by the way.
Yeah, that stuff... Don't drink that.
I'm not. Here it is. Fucking hate that deli!
Could have gotten a refund.
No, you can't bring back food.
That's good stuff. I was kidding.
That deli stinks.
What's wrong with that juice?
Fucking crap.
What's that intern is really creepy.
Smoothie's delicious.
Which one? This fucking bearded zilch. Can somebody go get me a fucking carrot juice, please?
He's going to need a makeover.
Yeah, exactly, with a hammer and a blowtorch. I want fresh carrot juice with a little ginger. Not that fucking processed shit with sugar in it.
All right, here's the deal. So Jay Moore came up with an alternate name for our program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not from a
and this is how it went down.
Rape Kit and Crawl Space in the morning.
I want to be Rape Kit and Crawl Space.
Rape Kit and Crawl Space. Morning.
Hey, how you doing there, Rape Kit?
So you want new radio names. And Rape Kitten Crawl Space seems like a good name. Could you imagine having to do the rape? Well, I got O&A in the morning, and then later on I got a call in with a Rape Kit and Crawl Space. And you wouldn't even question it because it's radio. Like, you don't, for some reason, you don't question dopey fucking radio names.
Well, we talked about some of the dumb names. There's free beer and chicken wings. Is that right?
Yep. We always get it wrong. Free beer and hot wings.
There's the broth and robe show. That would be a popular one.
There was actually a show that was pretty popular for a while. It was Larry and Floor Wax.
Mm-hmm. Why? Why does your name have to be Floor Wax?
I don't know, because Floor Wax is so wacky. Ugh.
You know that guy's coming with energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he probably had things that tied in with his name, Wax. He's just waxing crazy.
He's bringing it.
So the listeners came up with some more alternate names for the radio show. We have not pre-listened to these, so these could be complete bombs. The first one is from John S. in Hartford.
This is Tom Rook on BC Nightly News. And you're checking out the hottest morning show on the planet. Achille Lauro and the Tax Cunt here on Hot 105.
Oh, hi. That was funny. Achille Lauro and Tax Cunt.
Hey, man, I think John S. works in radio, huh?
That's funny.
Wait a minute, you can say his name. We're on XM now.
I really don't know what his last name is. Maybe he's incognito.
John shit.
I got it, Jimmy. I lost that one. I'm sorry.
I'm so literal. No, but I just don't know.
I know. I wasn't paying attention.
I want to kiss your sour belly.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Give it a tummy rub.
So that was very good. That's the first one from John S. in Hartford. The next one is also from John S. in Hartford.
You could ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Who needs Clint Eastwood?
Yo.
You're waking up with Clint Torres and the Fallopian Dude on your home for wacky radio. Go ahead. It'll make your day.
Clint Torres and the Fallopian Dude? That's great. Oh, are these real shows?
They sound real.
They sound professional.
God, this guy can do some pretty good production. Hint, hint.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Is it Steve?
No.
No.
Here's the next one. It's also from John S. in Hartford.
Teabag. Dude, what the and doggy punch. Seriously, dude, knock it off. They're dropping it like it's hot. Weekday morning, 6 to 10 on Free FM.
Teabag and Donkey Punch. This guy's good.
Hey, John S. is keeping this bit alive. Thank you, John S. And then we got one more from Tom G., but in parentheses it says, perfect example of what not to do.
Oh, see, we should have probably played him first.
Yeah, well.
Hard act to follow.
Here's Tom G.
That's 5 in the morning. Damn. That's
What? I couldn't understand a word you said, you fucking idiot.
That's 5 in the morning. Damn. That's
Kind of like the music.
Who is it? What?
Wet Spot and the Douche.
Wet Spot and the Douche?
Yeah, Wet Spot and the Douche.
The name's good, but...
Wow. That was awful. Oh, well.
That was a good smoothie.
By the way, our buddy Lee Evans, the British comedian that came in, got a review. And they said, yeah, I'll just say, if the saying is true that Americans and Brits are two people separated by a common language, Evans more than fills the gap. So he got a good review, and he's at 37 Arts, which is 450 West 37th Street. Just a plug for Lee Evans, because
yes.
I was happy that he got a good review. Very nice guy. And he's
I went and I saw Billy Connolly.
How was he? He's coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
I want to see him.
he's funny.
Yeah, we had him back tomorrow, right?
Why don't we go? I don't go to these free shows. What's wrong with me? Got two great comics working from out of the country. Yeah, I know, but I could make time for a date.
You do spots.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck
at night.
What time's the show, Bill?
Oh, when I think it was 8 o'clock.
How long?
You're working on your
He did
craft.
almost 2 hours.
Wow. How do you do that?
I don't know.
It was good, though, right?
Why am I asking you?
Did you go with a girl?
How do you do that? Well, I get up there and...
Did you go with a date?
I think. What's the longest you've ever done on? I think the longest I've only done like an hour and 10, hour and 15.
Was it rough?
No, it was like I was doing like a college gig, but I just feel after an hour, no matter how good you are, there's that lull where the crowd's like, okay, my ass is
You gotta
falling
bring them
asleep.
back. Oh, how do you do that?
I did an hour and 15 at the Stress Factory a couple of times this week. I'm working on just doing an hour, so that's about my max ever.
Yeah,
no more.
I just
crazy.
Gotta have that hour.
Standing up there, an hour.
That is nuts. Let's go to Wisconsin.
Look at Than, just like 10 minutes. Trying to get 10 minutes here.
Than made some appearances, did very well.
Did he?
He certainly did.
Yeah, he opened up for Jimmy at the Stress Factory.
He just did guest spots at the Late Show. I will eventually have Than actually doing real gigs.
Did you see him on that fucking comic
Last Comic Standing
show there?
I didn't see any of it.
Well, they showed Than for a half a second.
A frame.
How was the show?
It stinks.
Was it bad?
You know what's the worst thing is if you actually go down there and you audition, and you've actually been on TV before, first of all, the person's going to lose if they didn't even show your set.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting at home going, oh fuck, that's so and so, and I'm knowing that they're going to lose.
They're not going to make it.
And the worst part is when you lose, the person behind you always wins, so they get to see your look of disappointment, like, fuck. I didn't need to do this.
Can someone tell me why Bill Dwyer is on Last Comic Standing?
Why was Angel Salazar?
I mean, no, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I don't believe it.
It was Angel Salazar was on there. Check it out.
Larry Reeb, your Uncle Lair.
I know Uncle Lair.
Uncle Lair from Chicago.
Just funny, your Uncle Lair.
Funny dude.
He's been at it for 28 years, and he's doing Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, and then
that's weird to me.
But then you end up losing to like somebody who's been doing it for like
3 months.
Right. There was some girl with a cleft palate and a lisp, and they
have another guy with like cerebral palsy or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and his arm looks like a
his arm,
backhoe.
he's flipping all over the place. You can't talk. And you right through.
I thought that was the guy from the Spin Doctors.
It did look like Hey, well, we got some clips from Last Comic Standing. We can play some
let's hear some of the comedy.
Some of the highlights. I don't know. Didn't they revamp the show? Didn't they?
There was one dude in Arizona who I thought was funny.
There was no real.
No, there were a couple of like funny lines that a few people had. I noticed that.
I like big-headed dude from New York.
he was good.
You know, the guy we were talking about yesterday.
Mike Bichetti, I love.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Did he pass?
Yeah, he went through.
But know what they did, NBC? I think they cut out all his thank yous. Doesn't he say thank you after every single joke?
No, it's Jay London. No, Mike does. I'd love to get Mike Bichetti in. He's
from Staten Island.
You got any clips of him?
Mike is.
Yeah, I think so.
Truly funny, man.
Yeah, actually, this is Mike.
That's where I got, by the way, my right or wrong. I always say my right or wrong is a joke.
My right or wrong.
Hey, good point, Anna. My right or wrong. That's for Mike Bichetti, but he really says that. He really says that. My right or wrong. He really means it.
Yeah, here's Mike.
When I was a kid, I had an imaginary playmate. He was an alcoholic. I called him Dad. Thank you. My dad wanted me to follow in his footsteps. He died in quicksand. Thank you. I wrote that recently.
Okay, stop. So you are a comedy genius.
Thank you.
I like this kid.
Thank
Congratulations. We'll see you tonight.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much.
Kid, he's 56.
Kid, I know. I like this kid.
I got to say something.
You're
about
gonna go far.
I know you love those guys, but they should be behind the scenes. They stink on TV. The two judges.
Oh,
I'm
Jimmy.
sorry.
Hey, Jimmy.
I know Jimmy's not
Where
going to
did
say
Jimmy? Jimmy.
I know.
Badmouth guys
All
are
right,
putting
a
on the
third
Tonight
mic.
Show.
Of
course,
I understand that, but I acknowledge
That's the dumbest thing you could
I
ever do.
acknowledge that. You know, they're talent scouts for the Tonight Show and Jay Leno, but on TV you get two other judges. I think it makes the show so much better.
I think you're alone in this one, Opie. I think they do a great job out front.
Screw Leno. We're going to be on Letterman in the near future.
I think they do a fine job until somebody picks a side for us. I burn no bridges.
What's wrong with saying that they're not the?
Because I think they do a fine job.
They're okay at best. They didn't know what to do with Buck Starr there.
Who's Buck Starr?
That guy. I know what to do. Shoot him.
All right, then don't show him. But you know, they showed him at every audition, and they had nothing. They had no real give and take with the guy.
Have some big guy come and punch him in the face as he's standing
Are
there.
you guys really doing Letterman?
I don't know.
They like you over there.
Yeah, we heard that.
CBS.
Yeah,
you know, we work for CBS.
We gotta wait for the press release.
We got our loyalties.
We can talk about that.
You know,
so we
CBS.
We don't know.
XM.
I heard thanks.
We don't know
where we are.
We just do our radio show and look down when it gets uncomfortable in here.
Can we make another rumor that we're only going to be with XM for 4 months?
Well, that's true, and we will be on in Chicago in the very near future,
and L.A. and Alaska, Fairbanks.
And
no, Juneau. Fairbanks was canceled because they're too religious.
Forgot. Yeah, yep. I get that confused all the time.
All right, here's Gabriel Iglesias from Last Comic Standing.
My name is Gabriel Iglesias, and I know it's funny with the last name Iglesias. You're probably expecting something else. I'm the fluffy one, the one they don't tell you about. I say fluffy because that's a politically correct term for everyone who's watching. There's actually 5 levels of fatness. There's big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn! I'm still number 4. It's funny because people ask me all the time, how do you know when you're the last level? How do you know when you're... Oh, it's easy. People let you know. You know, you try to get on the elevator and people go, damn! Yeah.
Hey, babe, stop. Hey, when are you stopping? I was having a good time. It's not for your enjoyment, it's to find people. I have 10,000 people outside waiting for us to see. And well, I was having a good time.
Yeah!
hour. All right.
And it was the Mexican. Yeah.
Okay, how long have you been doing stand-up for?
Going on 8 years.
8 years?
Jesus.
Let's see him. Come on. It's funny, yeah. I guess we'll see you tonight. All right, kid.
8 years and he stinks on ice.
He's a big draw, too, Gabriel Iglesias. I've never seen his act.
Is he really?
Big draw.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a Mexican comic, I think.
Oh, I love the Mexican comics.
He sells out, man. He sells. I think he's been
all
comic
those
more than 8
guys
years.
make
All
like
right,
$1
we
million
get it.
from
You're a
like El
Mexican.
Paso to
You're right, yeah.
to San Diego.
What's Tyra doing? She's got no makeup on and acting in something. Is that what I'm seeing?
This might be the prison show. Yeah, that's the prison show she did.
It was the prison show?
Yeah, she has to look the part, so no makeup, no hair extensions.
Holy
Only
Jesus.
white convicts?
No wig.
We were just a prison in fucking Fantasyland?
She got nappy hair. Come on, show her, goddammit.
Is that mustache really hers in that picture?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Ugh.
And she
Is
went
Tyra's life so unfucking believable that every 2 days she has to feel like what it's like to have a shitty life?
To be something else. Yeah.
She made sure she had a pimple for the show, too.
To be in
keep it
jail.
real. She's keeping it real with that
She
pimple.
got to be fat.
She's going to meet an amputee. She's going to be standing there on one foot.
Just chop a leg off.
I couldn't believe how tired my other foot.
I'm having my leg cut off, but they're going to put it on ice and save it, and I'll have it reattached. But for an hour and a half, I'll know what it's like to have one leg. She is the worst.
What a phony
And you
bitch.
guys, when I was trying to walk... He starts bawling.
She wouldn't even do it like
Shut
the
up.
commitment of that. She would just tape a leg up. Like,
That's what I'm
I've
saying,
taped
yeah.
it up for 5 minutes and go, I know what it's like now. I know.
She would just take off one high heel, so the other one just kind of dangled there.
Josh Blue, the comic with CP.
Let's hear it first.
The CP.
Before you make judgments like that.
The CP comic from Last Comic.
That's funny. I didn't catch that.
Phew.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? All right. Very convincing, thank you. That's right, folks. I was hoping you would laugh good and hard tonight because this is my Make-A-Wish. I was just thinking, though, if I had another Make-A-Wish, I might do things a little differently. Yeah, it would be you, ma'am. Awesome mom. My mom is a great person. She's the only person in the world who can tell when I'm drunk. She's like, Josh, are you walking straighter? I heard you come home, put the key right in the door. And you're naked.
That's not
funny.
bad, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but he's so uncomfortable to watch.
Oh, yeah,
His
everybody-
arm is way behind him. He's shaking and twitching. And it's hard to get words out. Like everything's an effort.
Don't, please, but once they find cerebral palsy in the womb, you won't see that shit anymore. Believe me. But for now, we can always enjoy the comedy.
God bless.
Oh, yeah, please. A big hot shoe, and it's fucking out in the dumpster, and let's start over.
God bless the people with CP, though, man.
Oh.
There's one in my neighborhood, and he wears a suit every day and a briefcase, and just watching him walk a block.
It's such an effort.
It makes you want to sit down and rest.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And I saw him hailing a cab once, and I'm just mesmerized by
Every
this guy.
move is just so much work. And then there's E-Rock,
It takes this guy probably...
where every move is nothing.
Oh, every move is dreck.
It's just every rare move.
Act of shit and futility.
It takes the average person to walk, the average person, it takes, 30 to 40 seconds to walk a block. I watched this guy walk a block. It takes him 3 minutes, and he's walking, multiple blocks with his suit. He obviously still goes to work, his briefcase.
Oh, my God.
As he's walking, he's dropping the briefcase, and then he has to struggle to try to pick it back up. It is like the most tiring thing to watch.
He's a spectacle.
You better wait until that green...
I like how you watched him the whole time, though. The whole fucking...
What am I going to do?
Film him?
Stick a dog on him. Watch a pit bull fucking make him run.
What dog is going to attack him?
Anyone.
Dog is too scared.
Rip that stupid briefcase out of his hand and examine what's in it.
Nothing worse than when that red don't walk thing starts flashing,
And they
they decide then to start crossing the
Yeah.
street. I'm sitting there in the truck going, don't even, no, you're going to be right in front of me.
You gotta just honk at him, hope his spine straightens up real quick.
Watch him attempt to run.
God, is that a great line?
Hope the little sports car next to me can't see him crossing in front of my car and hits the gas. Appearing from in front of my grill.
Just tiring to look at. All right, we got the comic with the lisp and the cleft palate there, I guess. Her name is Nikki. Last Comic Standing, episode 1.
Oh, wow, energy. Oh, my God. Thank you for having energy.
Woo! 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 How you doing today, folks? Wouldn't it be cool if we could answer all Mike's questions with that kind of enthusiasm? Would you like fries with that, ma'am?
Yeah, great. Nikki, can you have more energy next time? I mean, there's no energy here. I'm kidding.
Do you really have a lisp?
I really have a lisp. I have a cleft lip and palate, so this is it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're funny. I like her. I think you're different and new and
You
fresh.
certainly woke up the room today.
Oh, good.
Okay, we'll see you tonight.
That's it?
Yep, tuck her up with your shirts.
I'll bet when she was born, the doctor said to her mother, "Would you like a hanger with this?"
It's Rachel Voss.
And this is the person that guys who've actually been on television.
Yeah.
We're losing to her.
Jim
like,
Pardo.
Yeah.
Skippy didn't make it.
Oh.
Losing to her.
Skippy from Family Ties?
Hilarious.
Mark Price?
Mark Price. Skippy from Family Ties. He's been doing comedy so long. I remember back in 1989.
Oh. That's an interesting little dilemma.
Am I getting electrocuted?
That was in everybody's... your mic? Just hit it a few times. Mine?
I didn't do anything.
It's not mine. Give it a test, Jim.
I will be doing something in a second, though.
Oh, no. What is it?
It's
Bill
Billy.
Burr's?
It's
Thanks,
Bill.
Bill. Thanks for nothing.
Bill's mic.
How about sitting there, Bill?
You know something?
Be
I
a
thought
friend.
Bill's mic sounded low, and then it just exploded or something.
Well,
Thank you, Bill.
yes, it was low. And that was on purpose.
Thanks, E-Rock. Why don't you set Bill up over here?
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for the love, because they don't give it to me ever.
Give him the mic without the humor filter. What did you do? Why did
I'm
you
moving
put
Bill's
it
mic down so I can look at you.
But it was on.
I wanted to hear it again.
I heard it like slam down.
You knew without the humor filter.
Opie, that was like a sucker punch.
just
It's
giving
like
him a
my
little
mic
bad.
was off. You're sitting there trashing me. I got nothing.
What?
They didn't even hear it, Bill.
No, we're having two different conversations here.
that?
You two were talking about something, and I was telling Jim to put his cock away.
Go ahead.
Don't rest it on an orange on the console either.
Aren't you glad I didn't take it out?
Jesus.
All right.
I feel like I'm testifying with this.
So anyway, 1989, working at WCMF in Rochester, Brother Weeze had Mark Price on. He was starting his comedy career in 89.
After being Skippy.
And he was on Last Comic Standing, and he did not make it through the first round.
Lost out to the world is like speech impediment.
When that cleft palate girl goes on, they should know it's almost her turn because the waitress walks around handing out tomatoes and rocks. Who the fuck can listen to that for an hour?
Oh. How we doing?
Not good now. Fucking mushmouth.
You want to hear some more?
I'm looking for a guy that.
What's her act like?
Do you have a video of her?
You'd never know that there was so many S's in the fucking human language.
Until you see her.
Do we have
English
a video?
language, human.
Have you seen a video of human language?
Terrible.
That's all right.
Someone just fucking knock me. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna pull the plug on myself. I suck today. I sucked on Free FM, and now I suck on XM, and there's no other level to go to.
No.
It's over.
No.
I can't wait to read Whackbag. Bill Burr, done on the Opie and Anthony show?
Do we have video of her, Steve?
Palate girl. We got more audio of her.
Human language.
Listen,
the human language.
And none of us picked it up, though.
Yeah.
Horrific.
No,
Dopes
picked
we
it
are.
up. We got more of Nikki. Now she's doing
Let's hear
her
it.
act in front of an audience.
So I have a lisp. We used to have to go to speech therapy for it. So every day the speech therapist would take me out of class and she'd get me to say words over and over and over again until I said them right? Oh, and she'd get me to say words like wagon, 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 wagon.
Oh my God, I'm gonna.
Wagon. There's no S, T, C, or K in wagon. I can say wagon. Why don't we try supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? I seem to be having some trouble with that particular word. Wagon. Thank you very much.
I love the self-deprecating handicap humor.
How about
always
sucks?
been the best?
Can you say that without a lisp? How about fucking shoot yourself? She's one of those people that where a shotgun blast in the mouth would actually improve her speech. Like that fucking kid that was listening to Ozzy records in 1986. Tried to blow his head while we were to a Priest album. Oops. Yeah, and half his face is gone. He just looks silly now. He just looks like a goose of Baloosa. Silly.
And he lived a little bit longer, and then he died.
No, did he die?
Yes.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it was like the worst suicide ever.
Yeah, because you live a little longer as just a horror show.
And die of an infection.
You said he looked silly.
He did.
It's like you put on clown makeup, you look silly. You blow half your face off, you look horrific.
My father would call me a goose of Baloosa when I was acting up. When I was a young boy. When I was 17.
Were you nude? Was he?
Oh, yeah. Sit on his lap. He'd go, "Are you gay?" I'd go, "No." And he'd go, "Then get off my lap, cock tease." And we'd laugh and laugh.
Goose of Palooza.
Goose of Baloosa. No P. That'd be dumb.
Okay.
Why don't you stop it? Take that.
Let's go to the next one. It's Chip Chinnery. Or something like that.
Yeah, he sings. I've never seen him, but I've heard Chip Chinnery. He sings like Chip Chin Charoo.
Chinnery, Chip Chin Charoo.
You think that lady hates him from the other fucking story when he would sing Chip Chinnery and her fucking back would itch? Oh, I hope that lady fucking dies of chin AIDS.
I think you've noticed this about me. I'm a winner. Here's how I know. 2 weeks ago, I bought a bottle of Mountain Dew, uncorked it. Inside the cap said, "You're a winner." They had an 800 number, so I called up to find out just what I won. I'm talking to the operator. He says, "Okay, Mr. Chinnery, let's make sure we have the spelling of your name correct. That's Chinnery. Charlie, Hotel, Ida, November, Echo, Romeo, Yankee." Like, man, I'm not trying to launch a warhead. I just want my free fanny pack. So I can put all my stuff right up front. Unzip it, put all my stuff in there, zip it up, take it to the side. Take it from the side, unzip it, lip balm, put it in, zip it, and put it to the side. That's how I know I'm a winner.
Some of that L.A. humor for you.
Yeah,
L.A.?
That's got to be what it is because I don't fucking get it.
That one was awful.
Did he make it through? It's more laid back out there.
Hugh from Tampa wants to point out a good Bill Burr line that should have gotten a better laugh. We've been doing this recently. If the listeners feel that one of our jokes didn't get the laugh it deserved, they will call us out on it.
Which past appearance was this from?
Oh, that is not even very.
No, I got to take that. This appearance is worse than Opie's T-shirt.
No,
I like my T-shirt.
I like how you turn that around.
Deliberately faded.
You from Tampa, Bill Burr.
Deliberately faded.
No, it isn't.
How about this?
Actually,
We're all just kind of faded. See? The codependent in me.
Bill Burr had the best line about Josh Blue. He said his arm looks like a backhoe. Nobody heard it. He needs his props today.
I actually didn't hear that.
That's very funny.
Well, it's also a visual, though. You would have had to see
But
the guy.
yeah, you could kind of picture it, though, as his arm looking like a backhoe. I will acknowledge that as a good joke.
You know what? I'll take
Bill.
that. Little bloop single.
Little bloop single.
Bloop single.
Just keeping the inning alive.
Yeah, just keep my. I was on my way down to AAA.
But you're the guy that wrecks it. You're ready to go for beer. It's 2 outs. You're like, all right, just get this inning over with so I can get in line for beer. And then you're the bloop single guy. Like, oh, great. Now I gotta wait through another batter.
Gary Carter hit.
Never show weakness around fucking Opie. He's never come at me like this before. And don't think I didn't notice you trying to get me to have fucking Big A choke me out last time I was on this.
What?
With the chest avalanche. And you gonna take that, Big A? And you had that fucking
that evil look in my eye.
Superhero retard running at me.
We like.
Did you bring up that story just to reiterate your chest avalanche joke that went over so well?
No, because I buried it in the middle.
Okay.
I didn't. I was talking about the fear.
All right.
I flew through it. There was no comic timing there.
All right. Let's go to Stella. She was she's 6 months pregnant. Did she make it through?
Oh,
she made it
tell
through?
you what would have been the real showstopper. Just crown her winner.
You hear kerplunk and ta-da.
I'm Stella from Los Angeles, originally from Brooklyn, which is what makes me a ball buster. I'm 6 months pregnant. I totally want to win, man. I want to go out there and kick ass. Stop watching Desperate Housewives, all right? The show is not real. These bitches aren't real, okay? You want to see a real Desperate Housewife? Look at me. In a word, bitter, all right? Let me tell you why. Some women get married for love. Others are smart. They get married for money. Not me, people. I got married because I got sick and tired of going to the gym. I got married because I was hungry. I finally got a chance to eat. And please, Thank you. Please don't feel bad for him, for my husband either, right? Because he's just as bad, okay? At least when I was dating him, all he wanted to do was get in my pants. Oh, it's fantastic. Not anymore. Now all that fat bastard wants to get into his Costco before the lines get too long.
Holy
Oh, God.
This weekend at the New York Comedy Club.
Stella was good.
Oh, the typical woman comic.
The woman thing.
No wonder Stanley raped Blanche. He just couldn't take those jokes around the house.
Well, she made it. She's great.
She made it through?
Yeah, she's wonderful. And then there's going to be the controversy that,
hysterical.
You know, she's going to have a baby. And
yeah, but the timing of that would be so fucked up. You can't have a pregnant broad running around.
Bob in Chicago.
In this day and age.
Bob in Chicago. Bob in Chicago. Opie watches the guy, but notices that he doesn't offer to. Wait, it doesn't. Opie watches the guy, but notice that. Okay, he did.
Sound it out.
No, he wrote this right. Opie watches the guy. Opie watches the guy. Opie watches the guy, but notice that he doesn't offer to pick up his briefcase. That's my boy.
Oh, yeah. You don't help the codger.
How?
Then
You're
he'd
going to
expect
get
it
hit
every
in the head
day.
or something.
As he's wailing.
I love shit like that, though.
I know. He was just sitting in a lawn chair, and the whole 3 minutes he's just going,
watching.
Feeling bad for him. Just not helping.
Look at that poor son of a bitch.
I failed to tell everyone when I said he had to walk 2 or 3 blocks.
Yeah.
That was a couple blocks past where I had to go. I followed the guy.
Oh,
I have to. You have to follow.
I feel bad. I can't look at people like that.
I stare openly.
How can you stay behind him for 2.5 blocks? I mean,
Yo, you crawling?
You just slow down. Check it out.
Slow way down.
It's better entertainment than what's on TV.
Well, the best is you walk right behind him and go, duh, duh, duh.
Well, you guys talked me out of the big one yesterday.
No, we believe me. We
actually worked out because you worked in the building.
Yeah,
but
you can't do that. Make fun of Stumpy. Life is awful enough. Just hand her a rotary phone and go chuckle, chuckle.
And Otto and George had the line anyway. So.
Of course he did.
Or Otto. Why am I?
Otto and George.
You got to give the puppet some credit.
All right.
Little wooden prankster.
Who's April Macy, Than?
Here comes Than trying to.
Hi. Just sort of another annoying female comic.
Oh, okay. Than is very annoyed that he didn't make it.
Not bitter at all.
Than went.
I gave him a backhanded compliment yesterday. What did I say to you, Than? It was before the show. No one heard this. We're getting ready for the program yesterday. It's 5:15 in the morning.
Than auditioned.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the compliment was. It was, how did you not make it, or something like that.
Yeah. It was
so I guess that's a compliment,
Well, he auditioned in New York. And I couldn't believe some of the people that made it. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me that they didn't even invite him to perform later that night.
How did Larry Reeb not make it? And when you're looking at like guys, like, you know, there's like real veterans that aren't making it. It's like a casting call.
I was going to say they're casting. They got to get the female comic. They got to get the edgy comic. They got to get the old guy. Comic.
It's about getting people to watch because everybody roots for their own, basically.
Right.
In every competition. I mean, really, is it always the best black woman and white guy? Like, is it really that coincidental in life?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
They casted for the best black comic. It was...
Yeah.
And Nathaniel just didn't fall into any categories. Like, he's just a white guy, so it's like, oh, there's a lot of white guys. So you should fucking limp up there next time, stupid. Act like you have spine cancer.
Here's April Macy, another annoying female comic.
My personality is probably a little mayor of Crazy Town. I think last comic standing is sort of like...
If she's
a little mayor of Crazy Town.
If she's who I'm thinking of, she's a friend of mine.
Now coming to the stage.
Yeah.
Really?
If she's who I'm thinking of, she's from LA. I actually like her a lot. Yeah.
You're a friend?
No one likes the mayor of Crazy Town.
Yeah, you're a friend of the mayor of Crazy Town?
I don't even remember voting.
Well, I'm you know what it is? I'm a councilman in Nuttyville, so we tend to... I like April. I think she's who... I don't know her last name. I just know it was
Budget?
April.
We don't need a budget. That mayor's just insane. Look at him. Healthcare? Who needs healthcare? Where's my fucking horn?
Hurricane's coming. Woohoo! Hands on paper hats.
Bastards. Paper hats for everybody. Mayor of Crazy Town. Ass. I don't even think there is a Crazy Town.
There is, and it wouldn't be a
I've
mayor.
looked on
They'd
the-
be too nutty to elect him.
Somebody better...
You're shitting in the ballot box. They're crazy. What do you think?
You know the mayor of Crazy Town is Joel Rifkin. He's got dead whores in his fucking truck back. Mayor of Crazy Town is not good-natured.
Duly elected.
Who's the councilman? Would you?
Would you? Was she a great big fat assemblywoman? I gotta Google to see if there's a mayor of Crazy Town.
Of course there's not. There is no Crazy Town.
There isn't.
And she certainly isn't the mayor. She'd have responsibilities. She couldn't be on a TV show.
Get ready for the wacky horn. If we were a zoo crew.
I wish I had one.
Oh, we'd say the mayor of Crazy Town is Mike Bloomberg. Every town can use that one.
I'll do that.
They still sell those fucking things?
And these. Like old vaudevillian sound effects. Hey, you hear the one about the guy that walked up to another man and said he hasn't had a bite in weeks? What'd he do? He bit him.
Why, I oughta.
That's the sound semen should make when it leaks out of a vagina onto a thigh. Or that one. Into her pantyhose. It fills her shoes.
Lemony Snicket is the mayor of Crazy Town, according to Google.
Really?
Look up April Macy. I want to see if she's my friend.
No.
I only know her from the improv.
You can't tell from her act?
No.
Oh, Josh McDermott, some dude from Arizona I saw. He was actually funny.
Who's that?
Just, I don't know, just kind of...
Yeah.
I just hadn't created a lull in like 20 minutes, so I just...
Oh, my
thought
God.
I would just kind of throw that in there.
I found the mayor of Crazy Town.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name?
Oh,
Douchebag?
He just goes as the mayor of Crazy Town on his
Lysol,
MySpace.
please.
Ready for this, Anthony?
After Lysol.
For what?
Jimmy farted.
Doesn't stink. No,
Jimmy's farts wrecks the flow of this show.
No, it doesn't.
It absolutely does.
What are you talking about?
I'm annoyed.
Well, I'll be annoyed.
Okay, good.
You annoy us with your farts.
Sorry.
No, just Jimmy's farts annoy me. I love Jimmy.
Yeah, back to the flow.
There is no flow now.
There was no flow. There's a flow coming out of Jimmy's ass.
I don't point it out. Just everybody keep it under the hat.
Oh!
All right, here
It just hit me.
All right, here it is.
I actually think the Lysol makes it smell worse.
You
could
contact the mayor of Crazy Town.
Oh, thank God.
He's a dude on MySpace, and he goes by the name of the mayor of Crazy Town. I am 10 pounds of awesome in a 5-pound bag.
That's crazy.
He's a 23-year-old faggot from New Hampshire.
Well, thank God Jimmy didn't fart through that.
Exactly. I hate to wreck that.
Oh, it was never going to be funny after the flow was wrecked. I'm not stupid. I went with it anyway.
Okay.
Don't sell yourself short, Judge.
And there's plenty of other mayors of Crazy
Get
Town.
to her act.
But now the bit is ruined.
I want to hear her act.
April Macy.
I think Last Comic Standing is sort of like an election to see who's the mayor of Crazy Town.
Oh, no.
And fingers
We're going with
crossed, I will win. Just went back to my 10-year high school reunion. It's really popular.
Shut up. That's enough of that.
Fucking pterodactyl.
Ugh. Can you imagine that middling for you all week? Just fucking having to stand outside the club?
You gotta hear that. Let's hear that again.
I will win. Just went back to my 10-year high school reunion. Yeah, I was actually really
dodo bird.
popular in high school. Had a really fun nickname. Whore. And can I tell you something? Totally was. Totally was. So I went back to see these bitches that tortured me. One in particular. Jenny Dowling. She was the reason I ate tater tots by myself in the bathroom at lunch. I basically just went back to see if she had plumped up like a ballpark Frank. So I go back and I'm like, hey, have you guys seen Jenny Dowling? And they're like, oh my God. April, you didn't hear? Jenny died. I was like, oh my God. Do you know if she was fat when she died?
Okay, can we start impeachment proceedings? Can you impeach the mayor of Crazy Town? I don't know. This might be precedent setting because I don't feel she is qualified.
Why don't we just go with an assassination?
You want the assassination bill?
Some John Wilkes Booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of Crazy Town has been shot We are now getting reports that the mayor of Crazy Town has been killed. Little tear. Clock behind me.
She comes out from behind the improv sign holding her neck.
No, you should think about Lee Harvey Oswald styles. They lead her out just right in the stomach.
Oh! Lee Harvey Wallbanger. It's got to be a little different and crazy. No? Okay. I'm just trying to change the names into comedy fashion.
You guys want to hear Joey Gay or Angel Salazar?
Angel Salazar was
or
just
Roz,
sad.
the sassy black
It was
comic.
just sad to see him up there.
He didn't make it through, did he?
No.
He didn't make it?
It was so bad. He was just doing this, shuck it out. Shuck it out.
Well, here's Joey Gay.
Joey Gay.
People want to know, why have the terrorists not attacked New York again? I will tell you why. They have moved here and become as lazy as us. Like Mohammed gets a phone call at 11 a.m.
Mohammed, where were you? You were supposed to be there at 9:30.
Was he?
Dude, can I call you back? I'm watching Entourage on TiVo right now.
Oh, yeah. Still in your picture.
We made the Iraqi people have elections, but people, that is not good enough for me. I think you should go to Baghdad, turn on the TV, and see a negative campaign commercial.
So, you want to vote for Ibrahim al-Sahwiri? Here is a picture of him eating bacon with a Jew.
They loved him.
I know. They sent him through. They sent him through. The guy was awful.
We could go with Roz.
Roz. She's the fat, sassy black woman.
She just improvs up there. She doesn't really
she riffs.
She just riffs about her life because it was so hard.
Yeah, and then they had an isolation of her. Did you see the isolated shot of her talking about herself and her problems, and she's got to start crying?
She started crying.
That really makes comedy. That's
17 years sober.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell y'all now, I ain't got jokes, I got problems. I know everybody ain't got problems. That's why I've been celibate for 1 year. Y'all give it up for a lady being celibate 1 year. That's right, ladies. I sell a bit and I give a bit away. And that is a terrible thing to waste.
A fat, smelly pussy.
I ain't got jokes, I got problems.
They believed. Yeah.
Should you take a look at her? Should have been the Empire State Building's a terrible thing to waste.
She was a big woman.
All right. Frank in Brooklyn. Frank.
Yo, guys, please cut it out. I don't need you losing the job because you said the mayor of Crazy Town is dead. Please.
That's very
good. Killed.
Have a good one, man.
Yes. He trip over his phone.
Uh-oh, Frank in New York City. Frank, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey there, Frank.
Gotta call you out. The guy doing the Arab humor did your bit about the bad campaign ads, and now it's not funny because it's not you doing it?
What guy are you talking about?
The bad
Joey
campaign.
Gay.
He was doing. Joey Gay was doing bad campaign ads from Iraq.
Right. That was funny. Come on.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah. It was more, the only problem I had with it was the old voice. It was like, come on, man.
Kind of hack.
And the shouting.
And no one said because we're not doing it, it's not fun. Who said that?
The shouting comic, which means you don't have enough confidence in your material, so you'll shout it out.
I do that every night. I add weird faces and cursing.
No, you don't. Bill Burr is brilliant on stage.
It was all right.
It was all right, Frank.
All right.
The audience loved it.
All right.
Settle down, Frank. Settle down.
Man, stick to your guns. You're calling them out. Fucking.
Yeah, you pussy. What? You folded.
I am.
It was all right. It wasn't. It was fine.
You're the mayor of Pussytown, Frank. I'm calling you out. You know what the campaign would sound like?
Well,
shut up.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Frank. All right, we'll take a break. We got the Jimmy Day details in front of us.
I bet we don't.
And we'll...
I heard about that. There was some flyers being handed out in my neighborhood.
We'll announce...
It's going to be a big day with fucking 8 people.
Be a big party.
Jimmy has a street team out there.
We have a windshield wiper. Yeah, flyers under the windshield wipers. Some stapler. We'll send Dan out with a stapler and some flyers for the telephone poles.
Where's he going to be signing his
telephone poles in New
DVDs?
York?
We'll give all
metal. Clang.
We'll give all the details of Jimmy Day after the break.
Standing on the FDR with a box of DVDs being run over.
You know what sucks? We always have good intentions. And then when it finally...
Well, not always. But.
Then when you finally get the details worked out, it's not as impressive.
Yeah.
Jimmy Day should be Jimmy Day. All day.
Yeah.
All day.
It's not.
This is like Jimmy Half Day.
It's a half a sheet, double
Jimmy
spaced.
Morning.
Jimmy Half Day.
Jimmy Morning. Yeah.
The original idea was terrific. I gotta admit.
Do you know there is more empty page on that page than there is writing on it, and it's double spaced.
They had to use the biggest font,
huge font, and it's Jimmy Day.
And lots of spaces.
Jimmy Day has 4 major points.
4 major points that take up half a piece
and
of
one
paper.
of them
it's a
is
half a day
the location.
event,
Yeah, but it's called Jimmy Day still. I want to call it Jimmy Half Day.
Your lips are carrot colored.
They always are. I like carrot.
That's so funny.
That was my nickname in high school.
Old carrot lips.
Those carrot lips.
Well,
you gotta see my asshole.
Jesus.
I have.
Yeah, we all have. Stick around for the details for
Did you
Jimmy
get it
Day.
bleached?
His asshole?
Yeah, I heard he got it bleached.
Yeah. Take this.
That's a new technique. People are trying to lighten up their assholes. You guys haven't discussed this yet?
Are you now stop it?
I am not fucking around. I saw this literally on TV. People getting their
You can't see
assholes.
something like that on TV.
Getting their
How do
assholes
they
bleached.
show it on TV?
They discussed it.
And
Google this shit, and I want an apology.
I will apologize if this is true.
Yeah.
Is it to take the brownish
Yeah.
away?
I think like porn stars, they don't like the way their fucking asshole looks, so they're
like bleaching
it.
Like so Michael Jackson type of whitish
Yes.
skin.
I swear to God, I saw. Now I'm starting to think it was a dream or some shit. You guys are just.
I like a girl
Did you
with
get
a
it?
deep, dark asshole.
Bill, are you feeling
What
okay
is that? Anal
Right there.
bleaching cream.
Thank you,
Bill Burr.
It's semen.
I apologize.
Anthony. I accept that because I'm a gentleman.
I am amazed.
I'm not apologizing.
No.
You should
Anal
never,
bleaching cream.
you should never need to know that.
Apparently, anal bleaching
Yeah, can print this
is
out so we can
the
read about
new
You're
a
just mad 'cause
Brazilian
this is a great
waxing.
segment.
It could be a great segment. You're right, Bill.
And you didn't get
Yeah,
it. And
print
all
that
right,
out.
now you're resenting me.
Print that out.
Opie, I'm on your side.
All right, you're right. I'm going to be honest. You're
That's
right. This could
amazing.
be a great segment now. We're going to print that up.
Oh, this
We're
is
going
a
to
comeback.
Print it up. So we're getting some, and we are going to find some dark assholes,
That's
and
right.
we want to bleach them.
Find some dark assholes. Well, I think we all know what street you have to travel above.
This just in. Intern Bobby nares his asshole.
Oh,
There you go. So he probably knows
course.
about this cream, too. All right, we're printing that up, and we got the details for Jimmy Day. We'll
Bring
do
it-
that
Where's Reverend Al?
in just a few. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio. Oh, Christ.
Anal bleaching cream.
It's never a boring day around here.
They've used it on Dr. 90210, where an
On who?
adult movie starlet came into the office and exclaimed, "I'm here for the anal bleaching." This touched off a search on our part. We looked high and low to find the right product to use to bleach the skin around your anus. I know this sounds completely outrageous and even perverted, but it's our job after all. The purpose of shopinprivate.com, I guess that's who's selling this or something, is to prevent you from having to ask pharmacist an embarrassing question. Anyway, here's the product that you should try if you want to keep your bum hole looking younger. It is 2% hydroquinone formula.
Gets darker as you get older.
That is, does it?
I don't know.
It's gentle enough for most people to use in sensitive areas. I hope so, because that's a pretty sensitive area. And I guess you how do you apply it?
Syringe.
Fucking ball peen hammer.
You just inject it in there.
And you rub this cream on your asshole at nighttime, it says. For the look of youthful, radiant, even-toned skin. Fade cream on the box, it says, but
As opposed to that knot in the wood look. Of like a fucking redwood.
yeah, that's good. Yeah. Well, if you want, I like I said, I My hat's off to you there.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think that was real. That's real.
I was watching the news, and
on a brown eye.
Hey,
story came up there.
We got Brett Ratner calling in from X-Men.
Yeah, what director? Right?
Is he the director?
Better be.
All right. Here are the
X-Men 3.
He's promoting
Director.
X-Men. Didn't they make $120 million the first weekend?
Huge opening.
One of the biggest openings ever.
You better get out there and promote that shit.
Better get out there. You start banging on some doors. You start doing some radio, my friend.
Here's the details for Jimmy Day.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yes, no, I'm looking forward to this eagerly.
Oh boy, I don't like when Jimmy's not in a good mood.
He's going with the White Sox.
I feel bad. Because he's a happy-looking fellow, and then when he's unhappy, it doesn't mix with his looks. Look, you're so happy-looking. He smiled, and then the smile just faded into this miserable face. I am excited. We're going to make Jimmy Day work.
It's going to turn it into a 24-hour event.
Yes.
ELO Brainstorm, which was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Just,
well, they wanted to show you some, respect, and they wanted to...
Well, let me take a look at my copy of the Jimmy Day festivities. That's right. I didn't get any.
This is not Jimmy Day. This is Jimmy Half Day.
Where's my copy?
I didn't get my copy either.
This is
for some reason they just decided to bring one copy in for everybody.
Why would you bring one copy in?
Steve just shoved E-Rock.
There's this is like almost Jimmy Day.
Where's the other copies of it?
I don't know.
I'd like to see
Lately,
it,
they've been handing out a lot of copies, but I don't know why they didn't. I'm
How
sorry.
can you not promote Jimmy Day?
Well,
why that would
the
just
idea
be the
was
funnest
great.
thing ever.
The original idea was great, but unfortunately, someone fucked it up.
Sure,
somebody just fucked it up.
Yep,
somebody.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm hearing all
ruining a
different
bit
stories.
here.
No, you're not really.
Okay.
So the Jimmy Day details. It'll be a week from tomorrow, Friday, June 9th at 6 p.m. Jimmy Day will start at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.? Wait a minute.
Jimmy Quarter Day.
All right, hold
Jimmy
the phone.
Quarter Day.
Hold the fucking phone here.
Jimmy Hour.
It's the Jimmy Hour.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. See, if you you know what?
Big Daddy James. 1 hour only.
It really doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, Jimmy Day. Jimmy Day, first of all, has to start at 5 a.m. Well, Jimmy doesn't get there till whatever. So when Jimmy gets there, let's say.
The
Okay?
second Jimmy walks through the door, we all go, Happy
Hey,
Jimmy
Day!
Day! And it's Jimmy's day from the whole day.
And these are all the bullet points, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I
Party
should go
hats.
back into promotions. Maybe I should just go back into promotions.
God.
Just silence this mic and just do the stuff behind the scenes. And start marketing it the correct way.
Maybe Jimmy's so lovable
See-
you couldn't tolerate 24 hours of it.
See, this is it. Don, do you have a pen and piece of paper? I'm going to help you out. First of all, Jimmy Day starts when Jimmy gets there. So that would mean probably a massive buffet of things Jimmy likes.
Right.
And then when we start our show, we'll talk about how Jimmy Day has begun and the buffet is here, all the things that Jimmy likes, the unusual stuff he likes to eat in the morning.
Yes.
It's not stuff that Anthony and I like to eat
Just
and drink.
Jimmy.
It's not going to be a plain bagel and club soda.
No.
It's not going to be my stupid oatmeal and my blueberries. It's going to be things that Jimmy likes. Do you get it? And then we're all going to wear like a little thing on our noses.
Oh,
So
we
we
all
need-
wear Breathe Right strips.
See, there's two ideas right there that I don't see on my Jimmy Day sheet. Two obvious things. You hand out the nose things for everybody. The whole staff gets a nose thing that day.
Also, Jimmy likes girls.
Jimmy likes girls,
So
yes.
if we can promote this to get girls down here to come down and maybe do some things that Jimmy likes. What about that? That would be part of Jimmy Day pre-6 p.m.
So, Don, write this down. We will do your job for you.
And the promotions.
And you'll get to look like a hero. First of all, it has to be a buffet. A morning buffet featuring all the stuff Jimmy likes. You might want to call Jimmy. Well, you better not call Jimmy, actually. You might want to email Jimmy and ask him what he likes to eat in the morning. Or ask Ben. get the Breathe Right strips for the entire show, and we'll have to wear them, okay? There's 2 things right there.
I get embarrassed with such positive attention.
We need girls. Lots and lots of girls.
Girls, come down. Come down.
We need girls with dicks, let's be honest.
We need it on...
Let's just be honest. If it's going to be Jimmy Day, we need girls with dicks.
And we need it on the promos that are running.
And Jimmy can make believe, like, oh, cut it out, guys.
Yeah, so I sneak off with one.
Right.
Come on, cut it out. Your turn.
It's your day, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
I mean, so Don, write that down. Girls with dicks. And we're dead serious, by the way. At least one, so Jimmy could have a fun day.
Yeah.
All right? What else that's not on this list? Some kind of Sabbath theme.
Right.
Loves the Ozzy.
Yeah. Make something out of that.
How about only Sabbath rejoinders that day?
That's what we did. Yeah, that's good. Well, here's Jimmy Day, according to the gang down in Washington.
The whole
Jimmy
thing.
Day details. Well, the first point, it starts Friday, June 9th at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
So we'll wait till 6 p.m. and then all of a sudden we'll go, hey, it's Jimmy Day. Yeah.
Where's a pen? Because I must change this to Jimmy Night. Because there's no day included in this.
How about an evening with James?
Jimmy Evening. It's June 9th, 6 p.m.
Oh, God.
All right?
Prime time.
Yeah.
And we got to make believe we're equal with these people. That just amazes me sometimes. No, you're just like us, really. No, really. I mean, no, really, you know. I've been doing radio 20 years. You've been doing it 8 months. Yeah, we're on the same level. God. This is not even a bit, by the way. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not sounding like it. It's sounding really bitter.
We're going to run out of time with all these details if you don't get to number 2.
So the first one, Friday, June 9th at 6 p.m., Jimmy Day will begin. And it will be at Tower Records at Lincoln Center. Norton and O&A signage all over store.
Wonderful.
Number 3 for Jimmy Day. There will be...
I just don't like the word signage.
I hate the word signage.
That's signs.
This is like a birthday party for like a 5-year-old.
That's how it's planned out.
There's going to be a pony.
Hats, cake, at that, and then pin the tail on the donkey.
What if people are allergic to the cake?
Oh, we're going to need an option for that. Lollipops. Mm-hmm. Need some candy hats. I think Jimmy should have a tiara to separate him from the other party guests, to make him feel more special.
I don't see a limo here for Jimmy.
Well, they did offer me one. I turned it down.
Okay.
It's expensive. They don't need to waste the money.
Why would they want to waste their money?
No, that's my idea. I mean, I'll take a cab. They did offer me a limo, and I was like, nah, that's cool.
Number 3, 250 free copies of Jim's One Night Stand DVD. Not just sleeves, actual DVDs.
Which is very nice. I was surprised at that because they were going to sell it like at the Tower. I guess XM bought them, which they really didn't have to do. Maybe that's how they got them. I don't really know the details of that.
Give them that one.
All right.
That's a good one.
And finally, Jimmy Day, the last bullet point here for Jimmy Day. Also, every person there will get a free preview copy of Lucky Louie, Episode 1, the new HBO sitcom featuring Jim Norton.
Mm-hmm.
And just other things to spice up Jimmy Day, according to the gang in Washington. Promos are running on high voltage and XM third-party channels.
Yeah.
So I guess on Ethel or something like that, you'll hear a promo for Jimmy Day.
CB Channel 5.
So that'll get the word out there. Only Jim Norton filler material on CBS and XM on June 9th.
Really?
Next Friday.
That's going to get boring for people, though. You don't want to...
No, we love Jimmy.
Nah, but I mean, you got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, but Jim, it's your day.
Oh, good point,
Jimmy Day.
Good point.
It's Jimmy Day. XM Comedy Channel 150 is also featuring Jim's comedy once an hour throughout the entire day, including a run of his stand-up sit-down that will run at 10 p.m.
That was just a wraparound I did with Sonny. Here's what was original. This is the only reason I'm annoyed. I mean, of course, I love the fact that they thought of me. It's very nice. Elo came up with the idea. It was going to be we were going to have a signing at 5 o'clock. I actually suggested 6 instead of 5 so people could get there from work.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then do a preview of Lucky Louie on right after that at the Hard Rock. The reason the preview didn't happen was HBO said, I think, no to that because they're concerned they had an entourage party that night, a big party in New York, and they don't want something being, which I understand, they don't want something competing against their big thing. It looks like bad for entourage. It's kind of in poor taste. and they don't know what the audio-video setup's going to be, so they don't want to have any kind of a commitment to a place that's not a theater for a premiere.
Right.
Which makes sense if the way
Don't
they
want
do
the
stuff.
product to look bad.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it's like, cool. I just, this is fine with me. I don't need
But
any
it's
more
not
than
Jimmy
this.
Day.
That's
It's Jimmy at Tower Records, signing DVDs of his
Signage.
one-night stand. That's great.
It's an appearance.
That's an appearance. Let's just promote this as an appearance with Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Because this is not Jimmy Day. And I refuse to promote this as Jimmy Day. Jimmy Day should be just unbelievably huge.
You know what has to be added to this?
There should be like a theme on Jimmy Day when we walk from CBS to here. All that stuff should be
Everything we
figured
do
out.
that day should have a Jimmy theme.
And then they bitch at us, because we don't come up with other stuff for this channel. Why should we?
Ooh.
Why should we? When you mess it up.
Give me the pen.
Jimmy Day is a no-brainer promotion.
Pen. I have to add to Jimmy Day, Anthony Get Hotel-y Day, because if June 9th is a Friday at 6 p.m., if I try to leave here on a Friday after 6, it will be Anthony Shoots People on the Road Day, because you know how much I love Friday rush hour. So, get me a hotel.
Give me my pen.
You know where I stay. Stat.
So let's just
book it now, because if it's not available, it's gonna be trouble.
Let's
Mister.
let's promote this as a Jim Norton appearance that
Tower.
Anthony and I would be glad to be at and hang.
Honored.
Of course we would. Because this is not Jimmy Day. This is embarrassing. Once again, by the way.
I just wanted people. I was worried that nobody would show up to the Tower signing.
Like a party. Like he's worried that no one's coming to his party.
Yeah, it was gonna be embarrassing. I was standing there like a tool, bunch of HBO DVDs, all fucking ready with a pen, a Sharpie. I only need one.
The Sharpie leaves in perfect condition.
Yeah,
still perfectly pointing
Not
at
even
the end of the
frayed.
night.
30 people. Dude,
It should be.
Hey, dude.
It should be such a big deal. The whole show should be us bringing in guests that Jimmy likes, whether it's chicks with dicks or Ozzy himself.
Call them trannies. Chicks with dicks is just too fucking literal and real.
Or Ozzy, you know, Kiss. That's what it should be. People that interest Jim, whether they're really famous or just some schmuck that he shared an experience with in a rest area once.
Yes. No. Oh, no. No, I would never want them. I never understood why they called it Jimmy Day. Not that I'm bitching about it. It could have just been like a signing event and then the Lucky Louie thing, which I was kind of glad that.
No, we came up with the concept. I think it'd be awesome if it's done right.
I just get shy.
I think it could be really, really cool. But
people are saying some things for Jimmy Day that everybody that goes there pisses their pants beforehand to fill the room with that smell.
Someone is suggesting. See, these are. God, do you guys want to work for us? Look how obvious it is and easy it is to just come up with things for Jimmy Day. Jerry in Texas, go.
Hey, why don't you, on the walkthrough, have him be carried like a Greek god up in a chair?
See?
And one of those, they're called a litter.
I don't see that on my paper.
People can carry. We'll get like, well, they'd have to be, I don't think girls could carry you, right?
No, really fat chicks.
So they're going to, big fat chicks on an ancient, like, Roman litter.
Right. How about shirtless men? Shirtless buff men.
Big buff shirtless men carrying Jimmy while a girl feeds you grapes on top of it also.
Jimmy Day has
like
to be...
grapes, Jimmy?
Jimmy laying on his side with his head in his...
Yeah, with his head in the... While she puts grapes up his ass.
While she puts anal bleach with her fucking fist and Caligula ring.
Jimmy Day has to be all-encompassing.
You have to have, like, ivy for your head, like Caesar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you'd be carried down the street. I think that's a great idea, see?
It's just an appearance at this point. Back to the drawing board, fellas.
Oh.
You need to work on a really cool walk from CBS to XM for Jimmy Day. You got to work on the buffet. You got to work on guests for the entire show.
Make it work.
Make it work. Oh. maybe a lunch with the listeners. Whatever. I'm just throwing quick ideas out. But it should be an all-day thing that by the end of it, people are like, all right, enough.
What are you doing?
I just hope they show up.
Let's say hi to Brett Ratner. Brett.
Yeah.
Sorry to make you wait, buddy.
There he is.
No problem. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Nothing much. Sitting here doing a radio show while I guess you're just money falling into your windows and doorway and.
Don't worry, I'm busy counting it.
Is that it? We're like, why is this guy
you don't
promoting
have to call
a movie that is so gigantically huge?
122 million.
We usually get people from movies that need promotion, and we have to make believe we're actually going to see the movie. Yeah, no, it looks good. I'll go see it.
Soul Plane. That sounds great. I'm going to be the first one online. Snoop.
Right.
It's like, but I mean, obviously, everybody going out to see X-Men 3.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
$130 million so far.
That's crazy. How much did it cost to make?
They don't really tell me that.
No,
that's a good move, see? Because there's all that
They didn't
thing
wanna
with the
scare me.
profit. Because these movies never really make a profit, do they?
No.
No matter
No,
how much
actually.
the movie makes, it's like the production company, the movie studio goes, I don't know, it just broke even. We just happened to a coincidence again. We just broke even. No one makes money.
Nobody.
You've done some other stuff. I'm looking at the NYU student film you did. Whatever happened to Mason Reese?
Yeah.
Are you
what
kidding?
the hell made you? Now I remember Mason Reese growing up as a kid. He did the Underwood
mortgage
deviled
board.
ham commercials, and used to say it tastes like a mortgage-board.
A
Borgish-board. He couldn't say smorgasbord. And what did you actually search him out?
I bumped into him on the street, and I was like, I want to make you a star. And that was like one of my first student films.
I saw him in my neighborhood recently. This really is a true story. At my hamburger joint with his little fat fingers eating a burger, and I couldn't believe no one in the joint knew who he was.
Oh no,
he looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
he's a legend.
He just looks like
Did you just decide it was kind of a cool college subject to?
No, it was just
quirky.
I grew up on him, and Danny Bonaducci and all those guys. So he was like, I have a fascination with like child stars. So.
Oh, you do?
He was like a child star. And
whatever happened to Rodney Allen Rippey?
Exactly. That was going to be the sequel to Whatever Happened to Mason.
What happened to the little kid they brought on the last season of The Partridge Family?
Exactly.
Yeah, what was that guy's name?
He was a little kid that lived next door.
Etan Pats?
Etan Pats, no. You ass.
So, do we even have to talk about this movie, Brent?
Do we even have to?
Why? I mean, it's no. It was incredible making it. I mean, really, it was for me, it was like a dream. I was supposed to direct Superman.
Yeah.
And then I left Superman, and I thought I'll never get a chance to do a superhero movie because Bryan Singer's got his X-Men, and Sam Raimi's got Spider-Man, and now Chris Nolan was directing Batman. But then when Bryan left X-Men, I was like, shit, I gotta do this.
Yep. And it looks like you made the better move, my friend.
Why did he leave X-Men?
I'm sorry?
Why did Bryan leave X-Men?
I don't know. I mean, look, Rush Hour is my franchise, and if I got offered Superman, which I did, but while I was doing a Rush Hour movie, I would have left to go do Superman, just because, I mean, I grew up on Superman. Superman was like the coolest thing ever to do, but it seems like X-Men right now is hot,
So totally. Like busting at the seams, making money. How do you direct? You like you said, your franchise there, being Rush Hour. How do you? Is it harder to direct something that has a lot of CGI?
Yeah, that's difficult. I mean, I don't know. There's a sequence in the movie where we move the Golden Gate Bridge, and I was like, how the hell are we going to do this? And then when I started seeing tests of it, I was like, holy shit! Myself, I couldn't believe it. But it's not easy. I mean, we had at one point on the set between 750 and 1,000 people on any given day.
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
We had 150 Teamsters on the movie alone.
Oh, that must have been nice.
They didn't make money, did they?
No, you didn't make a dime.
So it was a huge production, but I was like a kid in a candy store. Come on, I mean, I got Halle Berry and Ian McKellen and Hugh Jackman and all these great actors. It's like I couldn't wait to get to the set to direct them, and every character has superpowers, and I'm blowing shit up, and I mean, it's exciting.
Are you doing the actual directing during like a lot of the green screening and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I mean, but like, how do you know what the fuck to do when you don't have experience doing that?
It was the most expensive student film ever made. I was getting paid to learn, really. It was unbelievable. I mean, look, the trick is really surround myself with the best people in the world, and that's what I did.
Apparently so, because it cost a lot of money because you made
nothing.
And
I'm about to do Rush Hour 3 next, which is exciting because I'm going to shoot that in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Now he just picks locations he wants to go to.
Exactly.
Where's this one going to be? Yeah, Paris.
I think we should
Well,
go
it's
to
great because
Paris.
most of them will be fish out of water, because in the first one, Chris was in Hong Kong I mean, Jackie was in L.A. He was the fish out of water. Chris went to Hong Kong for the second one. He was the fish. Now both are going to be fish out of water. They both don't speak the language.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait.
Does Jackie fight off a whole bunch of people with a baguette?
Yeah.
That I want to see.
With a crick.
Please include them killing a mime.
Yeah.
That would be great. Some chair fight where a mime's head just goes flying.
I think you're friends with my manager. Do you know Jonathan Brandstein?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I just to make sure I wasn't lying.
Always the Jimmy tie-in.
Jonathan knows everybody.
Took me to Cuba.
Did he really?
Oh, he talks about Cuba all the time. We were having sushi and he was talking about Cuba.
Jonathan's a mule for something. I don't know what, but he comes back with little balloons. He's fucking smuggling something.
He can't get enough of Cuba.
Dude, he's a really weird genius.
How'd you work that out, going to Cuba?
It was great. We got it was a scam. He said, hey, hire this lawyer, pay this lawyer like $25,000, and I'm allowed to bring a private jet into Havana.
Wow.
So we flew on my friend has a Gulfstream, and we flew into Havana on a Gulfstream, which is pretty cool.
Don't you got to leave from like Canada though, or?
No, because we got permission from the U.S. government. That's why I had to get a lawyer to like get clearance.
Oh, and then you get and you make like a donation.
Yeah, we were there like on official business.
Official business. What did you do?
Well, I movie business. I bought the rights to Che Guevara's life.
All right.
So we had to do some research, man, see where he was born, you know.
Jesus.
We had to inspect some of the Cuban girls, you know.
This guy's living the life.
Oh, man.
Let's living the life.
Wow, that's
must be nice to have a friend that has a plane.
The food is incredible. I mean, in Cuba, I got to tell you, the cigars, the food, the women.
That's what you call pussy down there.
Oh yeah.
I heard they won't let Cuban girls into some of the hotels there, like the big tourist hotels.
No, you got to do it in a dark alley in the corner.
Nice, even better.
Sounds a little dangerous.
No, it's no, they don't let the locals in the hotels.
Right.
No.
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 Keep the riffraff out. Who else is going? Well, I guess I'm so self-centered. Look, with the United States,
the whole rest of the world.
The whole rest of the world goes, but what's there to do?
In Havana, it's really about it's like being in Paris, but first of all, it's a time warp. Every car is from 1960 and before.
Yeah.
How come they don't have cars from like Japan though, or other more modern cars?
They can't afford it.
Oh,
okay. They can't afford it. It's a poor country. I guess.
Once the U.S. cuts you off, my friend, you're broke.
Got Russian cars.
Yeah, Brad, what's your impression? Are they happy down there?
How can you not be happy on the Caribbean island? I mean, they're hungry. They're not starving. They got bread and rice. You know.
Rice and a
but when
peach.
you're in Cuba, do you feel like the people are suffering, or?
Yeah, they're suffering. I mean, communism doesn't work. We figured that out. So it's not a good place.
Yeah, it looks a little rough from the window of a Gulfstream.
There's going to be a lot of money. I mean, look, there's still a lot of tourism there. I guess a lot of Europeans go, and unfortunately, Americans really can't go.
Why don't you take that Gulfstream over and drop some of that X-Men money down on him?
I don't think money would help them. I think you'd have to drop some other stuff.
Another week, and you'll be able to buy Cuba.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He's not kidding, Brett. It's looking great, man. People are really digging the movie. The reviews are great.
I mean, just to make this movie was a dream come true, and now to break all these records and to have the biggest movie ever in the history of Memorial Day and beat every Spielberg movie is exciting. I mean, Spielberg's my hero.
Yeah, how nervous do you get before those big weekends? I mean, you know that they want the movie to make at least $100 million, right?
Yeah, I mean, they would like that. I mean, you can't always control that, but it's big. I mean, the chairman of the studio actually said to me, if you screw this up, you're going to ruin your career. But if you do good, you're going to be a big director. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Not too much pressure.
The pressure's big, but it's fun too at the same time. I mean, come on, I got superheroes. I got Halle Berry. I got Rebecca Romijn nude. How can I not be happy?
Yeah, I heard about that, huh? Nice without all that blue stuff on her shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. You and I should do a film together.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, Jimmy.
What?
Stop trying to network. Jimmy was in Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in the first one. He was surly truck driver.
I had one line, but it was basically the pivot point of the film. Without me, the whole thing collapsed.
Visuals on that one.
He said this. I actually have the line. Hold on. Here he is. They were doing like a roving reporter, what people think of Spider-Man, and Jimmy said this.
He stinks, and I don't like him. lot of people called me the linchpin for the film.
Are you getting checks from that line?
What's that?
Are you getting checks?
Dude, it was amazing. It was like an hour shoot with Second Unit. I got
He gets
1,000
X-Men money.
I still get money from that. I've probably made $6,000 total off that one line.
Are you kidding?
Dude, they have the union. SAG is great. I got so
no justice.
They're going to come for the rest of your life.
And every once in a while, you'll open your mail and there's a check there?
Not like $80, but I mean, it's like still.
But yeah, just to know that that's coming
What was
in.
that,
Like
5 years ago?
Yeah, that's good hooker money.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, not anymore. Not for $80.
Well, true. Half a hooker
for you.
Quarter of a hooker for Jimmy Day.
All right, Brett.
Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, the
We're
guy
really
doesn't
happy
need any
that
luck
this-
on this one. Good luck with your future ventures.
And, of course, a lot of people talking about some of the surprises in this X-Men movie.
People are what?
The surprises. There's a few things.
Oh,
there's a few
lot happens
things.
in this movie.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's the last one. So if you love if you, I mean, I don't think you need to see the first two movies because I think this one's still enjoyable. But
Smart guy.
But it's a fun ride. I mean, it's like a roller coaster. So I mean, I think it's something that.
Can't wait to buy the DVD and then buy the special edition one and then buy the one with all three of them and then buy the special edition one with all three of them and then the one with the commentary and the one behind the scenes.
And the
Jesus Christ, I got to buy the same
DVD
movie 18 times. How many copies of Lord of the Rings do I own? I swear to you, I own like about 12 copies.
That's so funny.
Hey, Brett, we're going to let you go, but this guy Michael from Atlanta wants to know, why do the internet nerds hate you? Is that true?
They all hate me. I don't know why.
Is that really true? What is that based on?
Probably because I get laid.
Because he gets laid and he's on a Gulf Stream sipping wine, smoking Cubans, and banging Cuban girls. Of course you'd hate him.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of. I mean, when I got the movie, I called Brian Singer and I said, Brian, give me some advice. I thought he was going to say, well, you know, when you speak to Magneto, tell him. He's like, Brett, whatever you do, don't read the internet. They hate you.
Don't read the internet, see?
And he said, but don't worry, they hated me too. You know.
Is it the X-Men freaks that just didn't think you were worthy to direct this movie?
I mean, I don't think no one's good enough.
They
It's like
feel like it's theirs, and you like. Look at this. I'm reading this. Make sure you thank Brett for turning Wolverine into a pussy. like Brett said. All right, I want Wolverine to be a big pussy in this movie.
No, I think it's look. I try to go for. I knew some people were going to say that because I went for a more emotional movie that you cared about these characters, and I don't think he's a pussy. He's slicing and dicing a lot of people in the movie, but you know, everyone has their opinion. Each person, these are fanatics. These people are obsessed with these characters, and if you don't do exactly the way they saw it as a kid, the comic book, because when you grow up with something, you have a special kind of passion for it.
Yeah. They go crazy when you change the littlest thing.
Is it true that Wolverine does a scene with Heath Ledger in this film?
Yeah. Brokeback X-Men.
Hey, I got a question for you, too, because you directed a lot of really, really big music videos. One problem I've had with the MTV Music Awards, how did you feel a couple years ago when Johnny Cash's Hurt lost to Justin Timberlake?
You know, I wasn't following it, but I love Johnny Cash. I think Johnny Cash is cool. I mean, Justin, look, who knows why these awards are ridiculous, first of all. I mean, I did the biggest video ever, Jessica Simpson, These Boots Are Made for Walking.
Wow. Yep.
And we didn't even get a nomination. So who knows why? Maybe we missed the deadline. Jessica told me last night she thinks that we're going to get nominated this year. I said, I thought we did the video last year.
Dude, what you lost in nominations, you made up for in boners.
Exactly.
That video, Jesus Christ.
I didn't like it. The shorts were a little too short.
He looked a little too hot.
You guys didn't notice that Jessica Simpson said that to him last night.
Yeah.
You want to say anything more about that?
How great is this guy's life?
I know. You know, in the middle of the night, she rolled over and she told me.
Just good friends, right?
Jess gave me a ring.
Her dad was there at dinner. We all.
It's a little awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many times did you get caught looking?
A few times.
I love this guy.
Yeah, you're all right, Brett.
Thanks a lot, man.
Great talking to you guys.
Good luck, Benner. X-Men: The Last Stand in theaters now. All right, Brett.
Thanks, man. Bye.
Cool.
How the hell do you go about that shit where they always say, I own the rights to that, or I bought that? You ever see like just some obscure guy gets a fucking arrow through his head, and then it'll just be like Fox owns the rights?
Yeah,
like,
that guy.
What is that? I
don't know. Then they make a fucking movie about it and stuff. You know what's really cool? Hearing a guy like that, just regular guy.
Yeah.
He's not one of these, like, pretentious, I shouldn't say this, I need to keep an image or something like that. The guy's just talking about, you know.
You know what's funny too is when you make that much money off a movie, like usually, if you get trashed on the internet, no matter what level you're at, you're like, fucking, you just
See,
you lose
it doesn't
your shit.
matter.
But $120-something million, you just, I guess, they hate me.
Yeah, they hate me.
So Jessica Simpson was calling me last night. It's just like, you're so fucking
But
above
still, the last guy told him, don't read the internet. Because it'll piss him off. And damn well, he looks, and even though, when he, that 5 minutes that he's alone, not banging supermodels, he's probably looking, going, this motherfucker, I poured my heart and soul into this fucking movie. No one fuck yourself.
Wolverine's a pussy. He killed 5 people in the first 20 minutes.
Answering under assumed names.
Yeah, no one has thick enough skin.
No one. That internet
doesn't matter who you are. The internet will
fuck you up.
Bring it down a few notches.
Because he sounded really. I guess.
Yeah.
I was talking to Bobby Kelly last night. We had dinner, and he was saying that someone MySpaced him, and it just enraged him. He wanted to buy a ticket to fly to Ohio to just fight this guy. And he said, Bob broke, because the guy trashed him. I mean, Bob was very funny when he was on the show last time, and the guy trashed him. So Bobby wrote back, and he called him a faggot, and then the guy called him out because he misspelled faggot.
Of course he did.
Bob is a dummy.
Faggit.
No, Fogat.
Oh.
Bob, you could be
Fogat?
The dumbest
Called
person
him a
I
bad
know.
70s band. Listen, Foghat.
Yeah, he called me that on the internet. Faggot. Fagit. He literally spells it the way it sounds. That was that time when he first had his website. And people were trashing each other so bad that people were going on under assumed names. So he's trying to be this different character with the same spelling mistake. It was like fingerprints. He might as well had like a webcam. And he just, my name is Luis Faggot. You just like, Bobby, everybody knows this is you.
Knock it off, Bob.
Letters in the middle are capitalized. He really is a dope. Bob, you're as stupid as they come.
Accidentally hits the cap locks, and then every first letter is a small one, and the rest is capitalized.
Oh, yeah, totally. Fucking Dexter Manley.
All right. Can we go home? Wow. How time flew.
We have more show to do.
No, we got so much. We have
stuff to do.
Let me say, we have work to do.
I got to look at houses today.
Houses?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm going to try looking again.
I have to.
Where?
Manhattan.
That's not a house, my friend.
I know. That's
not a home. Okay. It's not a home.
I know.
I'm tired.
But I got to look.
It's a place.
I got to look to see what's out.
I'm going to buy the rights for Jimmy Day.
Ooh. Can we just go home?
$8?
I'm on that. $8.
What?
You can take a break first.
We ain't taking a break first. We're going home.
Yeah, E-Rock, stop trying to boss everyone around with your Amon Gert hairdo.
You guys figured out. We're going home.
Fucking Rudolph Hess.
Shouldn't you be making a lampshade? Fuck off.
He actually said we could take a break, then come back, and then go home.
And then leave.
No.
So we're going to sit around through a break for nothing.
We go home now. You come back after the break and babble, and then go home.
What are you running? A commercial for the gold you're selling that you pulled out of teeth?
No, that was very funny. I was reading an instant feedback. Look, even though it grazed me, I'm laughing. I didn't even get the full brunt of that joke.
I love Hulk Hogan and Opie and my dad. Why did I do a really bad German accent and spoil the fun?
By the way, Bill Burr is going to be at Caroline's June 15th through the 18th. Mm-hmm. 212-757-4100 for tickets.
MySpace.com/Bill Burr.
Bill Burr asked me if he's getting the emails he sends me, or if I'm getting the emails he sends me.
Because there's another guy out there. He goes, it's Greg, Greg. Yeah. I'm such a moron.
Yeah,
as opposed to your home phone number,
which is 631.
Anyway, yes, I did get your latest idea on my BlackBerry.
It's too far?
Well, yes, it is on many levels.
It's a little. I see potential death.
Yeah.
So, not that it's a high potential of death, but there is a potential of death.
I actually was reading this going,
contestants.
I was reading this going, I like this idea, and then I went, wait a minute, someone can die.
I didn't know that was fatal.
Yeah, that's
food
the
poisoning
problem.
could be fatal.
It says, Sam, we got to find the source.
Jack Klugman.
Perfect.
Dead on.
Here's the idea. Opie, this one might be too disgusting. I just wrote that so you'd read the rest of this email. Yesterday afternoon, I put a doggy bag of food on top of my rental car. It was sitting in the sun as I was fishing for my keys, and I started thinking about how the food would go bad if I left it there. Why, if one were to wait long enough the food would become inedible and begin to smell. This is when I began to think of your show. I know you've had eating contests on your program before, but have you ever done an extreme eating contest? You round up the usual band of idiots, then place a mound of rotten food in front of them. And I liked
so much worse out loud.
I actually liked it to this point until you really got into it in the next paragraph. Then place a mound of rotten food in front of them and let them have at it. Last one to puke wins one of the new XM radios or tickets to some ONA event.
Decent idea.
Another direction you could take it would be to bill it as Opie and Anthony's Common Man Celebrity Diet. Most people could be in the shape that celebrities are in if they could afford a personal chef. Look at that waif of a man, Anthony.
He's got to throw an insult at me in his little idea email.
Trying to keep it light, that's all.
Light.
I love it.
Where are we? What the hell? Oh, okay. But the common man, the working man, can't afford such luxury. But with the ONA Celebrity Diet, weight loss is easy. You eat a plate full of rotten leftovers, you get food poisoning, and you're guaranteed to lose 5 pounds over the next 24 hours. No sit-ups, no cardio, no personal trainer. Then you bring in the creeps, you weigh them, and have them chow down. You bring them back the next day, looking like death warmed over. You re-weigh them and have Big A, Twitchell's, etc. tape their testimonials.
I like the fact that this contest, where they're eating bad food, it usually takes like 8 hours for food poisoning to hit you. So like
that was the one glitch where it would have to take until the next day. I'm in Ontario, California. I got nothing to do. You know?
It's a good idea, but the problem is,
someone could die.
It could be a little too dangerous.
Sure.
Yeah, it could kill somebody.
Speaking of dangerous, we want to give away AIDS next week.
Yeah, somehow. We're working on it.
Big AIDS giveaway.
I've been walking around just going, AIDS. We got to give away AIDS.
The AIDS.
Muttering to yourself, trying to.
I was muttering to myself. Well, there's kind of an idea there. It's the 25th anniversary of AIDS next week. So on that day,
wow, time flies.
On that day, we wanted to give away AIDS. Wow. That's where we're at with this idea so far.
Do you think AIDS will be in a Bennigan and they'll all be clapping their hands? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. 25 AIDS?
Yeah.
25.
Looks great for 25.
Yeah, really. If AIDS can last that long, why can't everybody else?
But the Johnson's on.
Where are they, what date are they picking? Why is it that date?
Because they traced it back to the monkey.
That's the day the guy fucked the monkey?
That was the day that somebody fucked a monkey.
They went into a hut and saw a penciled-in date with monkey on that fucking, on his calendar.
The CIA put it in a crop duster and they flew over the village.
Oh, and then they marked the date down and told everybody.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's next week. It's either June 5th or 6th. What day?
It's June 9th, Jimmy Day.
Jimmy Day, yeah.
June 5th. When is June 5th? Monday? What day is today? The 1st?
Yeah. It's great if that's your birthday. Got to share it with AIDS Day.
Exactly.
So we want to give away AIDS. What does that mean? We don't know yet. We don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe
we're clever people, right? Supposed to be.
Well, look at Jimmy Day.
Well,
look at Jimmy Day. All right, we're out.
Yep, Dunsky.
Maybe you could do an anal bleach that day.
Mm-hmm.
I like a deep, dark asshole.
Do you?
Yeah, this one girl I used to talk to had a really deep, dark asshole, and I just fucking couldn't get enough of looking at it.
Why dark?
I don't know. It was just naughty. It was clean, though. It was very clean.
Cavernous.
Yeah, it was just a fucking deep, dark asshole, and I loved it.
You kind of need the same...
No.
Maybe a little darker, but
fucking
nothing...
No,
nice. You have like a pasty ass to offset it, to make that asshole stand out.
Regular. This was a dark one. This was fucking stained.
Oh,
this was a port wine asshole, and I loved it. I loved it.
Oh, God.
I guess that's how we end today, huh?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Why? Opie and Anthony. Mornings. Free FM.
Yeah. That's just for this station.
We got a faster rhythm on this program. We need something else.
How about this?
Yeah.
Opie Anthony Mornings, Free FM.
No, it's that delivery.
Too cool for the room delivery?
But it's so slow and it takes forever. I mean, people sit through a lot of commercials and we got to get right back into it. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Tell Chernoff to change that immediately.
Wow, tell?
Immediately. Yes,
Tell?
just tell him.
How about ask? How about suggest?
No, we tell him what to do.
Oh, boy. No, don't get into that mindset there.
We're telling him
Opie
to
Stalin.
change that.
I was enjoying Anthony's little read for iMac during the break. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Love it.
Yeah, Anthony
I'm
loves
having
his iMac.
a blast with the iMac.
Cool. Mine was on its way, I think.
The people from Apple gave me an iMac, and I'm a computer geek, and I love this thing. And this isn't even the commercial or anything for it, but it's one of these computers that is so easy to use, but they have so many features on there. And I mean, you plug your camcorder in, and where a lot of computers, you got to find which software you want to use or buy it. Even everything's included in this thing. The right program pops up. You get iMovies. Boom. You upload your video to your computer. Boom, it's there. It's sectioned off. It knows when you shut your camera off and turned it back on. So all of those are sectioned off into things. Now you're editing out all the crap. How many people have sit there, you plug in your stupid movie and try to get people to watch it? No one wants to watch it. How many rolls or things of tape you got laying around your house of vacations that no one wants to see? But you spice it up with music and cuts and stuff like that, and you can make some pretty cool presentations.
That sounds like fun.
It is a lot of fun. You into computers?
Rolls of tape.
I know. How old are you?
They do have to. What do you call? Okay.
What do you watch, a stag movie?
Your 8mm films.
Got that 9-kid family in like the wooden
Cassettes of tape. Cassettes.
8mm.
Big VHS cassette. No,
I
it's
said
the tiny
8mm.
DV. It's digital video. I would have said DV, but Jim would have thought it was some disease he has.
See, it's so old. It's 8mm.
It's 8mm.
I'm such an ass.
Nah, digital.
Hey, let's say hi to Bill Burr. He's in studio today helping us out.
Jimmy wants an iMac.
Everybody.
Jimmy does want an iMac.
Why would they send one? Why would
Give
they?
one to Jimmy. He's one of the most creative people I know.
Maybe you'll get an iMac for Jimmy Day.
Wouldn't that be good?
Are we promoting Jimmy Day yet?
Who knows? I think
Are we
so.
promoting Jimmy Day? Are we allowed to announce we're going to other cities yet?
I think we are. I'm signing DVDs. But
all right, we'll have promos soon on this fine station.
8 people show up,
and XM will be running the promos as well for Jimmy Day.
People show up.
That's what we're hoping.
Or Jimmy. Oh no, we're
That's
not.
what we're hoping.
I would cry. I would actually cry for Jimmy.
I want Jimmy sitting there at a table with his DVDs all eager, and 8 people show up.
I signed for the same guy 4 times. Hey, welcome back.
Oh, he's just keeps getting online.
It brings back a memory when we were in Boston at AF and we put out our CD. For the most part, we had unbelievable signings. We went to Springfield, the mall there, and we sat there for 8 straight hours, and there was a line all the way around the mall. And when we were out in the suburbs, it was crazy, the signings we had. But do you remember the signing we had at Tower Records? It was Tower Records on Newbury Street.
Uh-oh.
We show up, right? And they have a table, and they have the banner set up, and they have our CD cover as a poster. And Ant and I show up, and we see that there's a line of maybe 10 people, and we're like, this is a little weird because everywhere else it's been lines around the entire mall, and we had to camp out all day.
Huh? I said, are they only letting in 10 at a time?
We're wondering, like, what the heck?
What's the deal? Maybe they get a later crowd
right.
here.
I mean, with these other signings, we signed so much, our wrists hurt.
Yeah.
So we get there, and we're sitting behind the table, and there's literally 10, maybe 20 people. So now we're asking each person their life history, like, so, where do you live? Where do you work? How long have you been
Where were you
listening to the
born?
show? Right.
When's your birthday?
Because we're trying to slow down the line so we don't look completely ridiculous. We don't want it to get to a point where we're just sitting at a table waiting for someone to walk up so we can sign their
The Spinal
CD.
Tap moment, man. The Spinal Tap moment. Where you're just sitting at the table. We didn't do enough promoting.
Well, that is the key in these events, to promote them.
Yes.
And it's always good when you start a process the 5th of May, and then you start announcing it now.
Well,
it's good.
Are you surprised?
No.
Are you?
No.
All right. We got lots to do. A woman receives chin implant.
Yeah, I heard her on Wins on the way in, and oof. Eek. She didn't have a chin for her whole life. For her whole life, she had to have her chin removed when she was 5 or something like that. I caught part of the story, but then I was just laughing so hard at her talking.
She looked like Rocky Dennis. It's like, that's your idea of an improvement?
Yeah, they installed a new chin on her, but it looks like, they gave her...
Looks like the doctor didn't do well in art school.
Yeah. Your donor, Mr. Do-Right, was a Mountie in Canada. Gave his life. She just had this giant chin.
Maybe she asked for the Jay Leno look. I don't know.
Hey, hear about this woman with a chin? That's crazy. I guess it was swollen. I hope it was swollen. But it's got to be not having a chin. She was talking about how she had to have the chin. It was a life-saving thing.
Yeah.
Because her tongue was starting to curl up and go into her throat.
Please tell me she's single. No one married that.
No, she's married.
Who married that?
There's a picture of her in the paper, and, her husband, all proud, is standing next to her with her new chin.
How do you marry somebody, and believe me, I know I have a weak chin, but at least it's not a life-threatening ailment.
It's there. You look for it. You see it.
You pinch through a little fat, and you're like, oh, yeah, there's a nub of bone, a speck.
Does she eat soup?
How do you...
Burning her chest.
She's got to do a headstand and just kind of put it on her upper palate.
Here she is, so we could all openly laugh at her.
And is that...
Her hair is worse than her chin.
Is that her husband or her doctor?
It's the husband standing by her.
Wow.
After the operation, I guess. There it is.
Wow.
Please tell me we have
Looks
a
like
photo.
Play-Doh.
She
I want
is
to be
awful.
Yeah, her chin looks like Play-Doh.
What did she look like beforehand?
Just like that, without the lower half of her head.
I want to see her whole dumb face collapsing.
Did you hear where they grew the chin, though?
In a closet behind mushrooms.
They grew the jawbone?
Yes, get Kirk in The Wrath of Khan.
All right, yeah, we could do that.
He was the most human. During Spock's little eulogy. Of all the people I've ever known, he's the most human.
How about Roy Smalley?
Oh, Yankee, ex-Yankee, yes.
That was a good one?
No, I'm just saying. B.J. Surhoff, I don't know who that is.
Who was Milwaukee Brewer for years?
Huh?
He played for the Brewers for a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the ONA virus spreading across America. We'll continue in just a bit here. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Jimmy's just annoyed behind the scenes today.
Jimmy is very, very cranky.
They may have heard that in Radio Land, a little curse in the background. Who knows? It's the Opie and Anthony Show, the ONA virus spreading across America. Will there be a press release at 8 a.m.? I don't know.
Oh, is that a time is there's supposed to be a press release? Why?
We were supposed to have a press release yesterday at 8 a.m. They said to hold off, so I'm assuming it's today, right?
Yeah.
No one got back to us, so I'm assuming that it's on. We can maybe announce some more cities for this stupid ONA virus. Bill Burr in studio, 1-866-313-FREE is our phone number. Let's say hi to a guy that has no name and he's calling from somewhere. What's up, man?
Hi, sweetie.
Hey.
Why did you answer him?
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Opie. And
hi.
Happy birthday, Jimmy Cakes. Hi. You guys read Newsday today?
Newsday.
Yes.
We don't read Newsday, really.
Yeah.
All right.
There's too many ads. And we're from Long Island. We should support our local paper, but there's just too much freaking ads in
I want to know
Newsday.
what's happening in Syosset.
Yeah, I gotcha. But there's an article on Arthur Chien that is returning to WPIX-TV and how it was unfair that CBS fired him. And something about how Chien, 37, was fired after he replied with a letter of obscenity to hecklers while he was trying to deliver an on-air report about Metro cards on May 19th, 2005.
What do you expect the media to do, dude? It's such an incestuous, self-centered importance they have. Why wouldn't they defend one of their own? Of course they're going to defend one of their own.
You know what? He called you hecklers.
Hecklers.
Yeah, this is the deal. I found it in Newsday. This Arthur Chien story we'll talk about for a couple minutes here. It made all the newspapers. The only paper to mention us, Opie and Anthony, was the New York Times.
Well, they don't want to.
The New York Post didn't mention us. The New York Daily News did not mention us. And now I'm looking at Newsday. They didn't mention us. We're a big part of this Arthur Chien story.
Yeah.
A huge part of the Arthur Chien story. We had this promotion, and it was called Assault on the Media. We had our ONA Pest just showing up on live shots to promote the radio program. And Arthur Chien was doing a report on Metro cards, I guess, here in New York City for the subway.
Yeah.
And our own fan was behind Arthur Chien, holding up an Opie and Anthony sign. And
all he was doing was holding up a sign that said, what the hell did it say? Opie and Anthony,
XM Satellite
XM Satellite Radio. Yeah, that's what it said. But then somebody else walked up the subway stairs, saw Than holding the sign, and started cursing and holding up his middle finger to the camera, which annoyed Arthur to no end. That person is now in jail on tax evasion charges, and used to be a visitor to the very room we are sitting in now.
That's right.
Wow, they went Al Capone on him, huh?
Oh, yeah, they went Al Capone on him.
That's right.
And from what I hear, he's losing his mind.
By the way,
prison.
A guy that used to kiss our ass on the street every time we saw him.
Yeah, Cabby.
Talking about crazy Cabby. Used to kiss our ass all the time on the street. And then, he's a phony like the radio show. He helps out.
Well, from what I hear, he's kissing a little ass now in prison.
There you go.
And that's the least of it.
This is the actual.
Oh, yeah.
This is the actual audio of Arthur Chien. This is what he did live on TV that got him fired.
Good morning, Sean. This is apparently a very simple crime to commit. All one has to do is buy multiple Metro cards, stand at the turnstile, and just continuously swipe people in all day. Police sources say these guys net a couple $100s a day, and that's pure profit, but it's costing the TA a great deal, about $16 million a year, and they're trying to put a stop to it. What the is your problem, man?
What's great about this, he was live.
Yeah.
But he was so annoyed, he didn't even wait for them to go to the tape. He just turned around as soon as his live shot was over and just said, what the F is your problem,
Yeah,
man?
he was so upset. Usually the reporter has to stand there sometimes for an awkwardly long time staring into the camera before the film starts. But he just went right from what he was saying to turning around and dropping the F-bomb.
And as soon as Than said, Opie and Anthony on XM Satellite Radio in his just monotone delivery, Arthur Chien raised his voice. You could tell right there he was so annoyed.
Yeah, he was
and couldn't
very
wait
mad.
to turn around and curse Than and Cabby out.
Why shouldn't he even... Sorry, man. I just love how that started off so regular. Like, this is the end of this guy's career, and you have no idea. He's just...
Yeah, here it is.
Make sure you get flowers for your mother today.
It's
a wonderful
just-
day out here.
So
watching the Hindenburg come in.
2 seconds
Looks
later.
all nice at first.
So this was a huge story in New York, and yes, he got fired, and I guess the WB here in New York City picked him up. He's back on TV. So all the papers are talking about the story today, and of course they leave us out of it.
Why shouldn't he have been fired, though? Here's the bottom line. Why shouldn't the media, you want all these perks and these complete carte blanche to do and say whatever you want under the guise of reporting news that's unbiased. So why can't they expect their reporters to act a certain way? And look, if you can't handle the pressure, then hey, stay out of people's faces on the streets, stupid asses.
Yeah.
Why should they be able to go wherever they want, put a microphone in your face, disrupt your life just to get the scoop, and you can't respond?
And when you respond emotionally to them, they get all, oh, well, we just want to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
They get all condescending. And if you respond with a push on the camera, they really get pissed off.
Right, so this guy couldn't handle it. None of them can handle it when it's back in their faces. They're great at sticking a microphone in some victim's family's face, a rape victim or whatever the problem is. But as soon as you smash them with something, tax evasion, yeah, any type of...
So here's the update on the story, okay, that we just played. F-word shouldn't have spelled fired.
Oh.
It's being reported today in all the papers as they leave us out of the story for whatever reason.
They don't want to promote radio.
An arbitrator has ruled TV reporter Arthur Chien was wrongly fired by CBS Channel 2 for blurting out the F-word on live television last year. The station should have handed Chien a lesser penalty for lashing out at hecklers, who were called hecklers, in a live shot when he thought the cameras weren't rolling last night.
Well, good luck with that battle, Jimmy. Battle with AIDS.
Hey, we were asking for crying, like real people crying when they retire.
Yeah, sports guys retiring and just crying their eyes out.
I asked E-Rock for a few. Mike Schmidt.
Yep, that's
Dick
a good one.
Vermeil. Mark Messier was great. We love making fun. We love making fun of the athletes when they cry when they retire.
It's very difficult. It's I've been with these people my whole life, my whole career, and it's can be hard to leave. Can
Get all emotional. I really didn't want this to happen. I really didn't. You know, you try to be strong, but these people in your life. One of the greatest, we didn't mention it yesterday, George Steinbrenner when the Yankees won.
Oh, this was years ago. He was going through a phase. I think it was menopause or something.
Wasn't it the first World Series?
It was in July.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of
their latest run.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
The latest dynasty that they had going for themselves for a while. And and we were laughing because you remember the old George, the turtleneck, just busting everyone's balls and everything, and then out came this doddering old fool crying, "This is the best team in baseball." And, you know, Joe just brought this team together, and I'm speechless. He looked like Corky from Life Goes On. He was ridiculous.
He went from being this tough, talky old gentleman to he's walking around with a stupid, empty little bucket of no blueberries, trying to find his way home in the woods.
I was looking at the loons. Had buffoon, and all before that, the only image I had was, you know, the Miller Lite commercials, I think, with Billy Martin, and, you know, you're fired, Billy, again. Oh, you know, the tough guy. And there he is, just, and his mouth was moving all weird. His chin and lip was shaking. And Joe just pulled the team together, and I can't tell you how proud of my boys I am. George, you can act like a man.
What's the matter with you?
Do you think
Godfather should slap his fat face?
Do you think when the old lady with the no chin was going to cry, they knew she was upset because her stomach would quiver? Her back would quiver, I should have said. Well, of course, why would you when you're calling it back 10 minutes later?
Well, there you go.
Trying to recapture a moment that's gone.
So we're looking for those moments, and, you know, it takes the listeners to catch on, I think, because they sent us today Rocky III, crying scene after Mickey dies.
But that
sent in by
real.
in
It's
by
awful.
Facto. We're looking for we're looking for real life crying.
I've watched this so many times and still cannot understand what Sly is trying to convey here through his
Mickey
tears. It's Mickey, and then he's like,
he said, "I can't believe I didn't know you were a Jew." Goldberg, you didn't tell me it was Goldberg.
Yeah, wasn't that the big surprise where they had the big Star David there on his little sliding drawer?
Doesn't he yell Mo in the end?
No. But we got this today instead of real athletes crying.
Where's our athletes crying?
I don't know. I asked for it yesterday. We're still working on it. What happened?
Where's the microphone?
So why wouldn't you just give me one or two?
These should be all over the web.
Why wouldn't you just give me the ones you have?
I was composing them all.
What do you have?
I have B.J. Surhoff crying.
Uh-huh.
And we still haven't gotten the Mike Schmidt video yet. We're still looking for it.
So you have one.
You have one. Do you have any others?
Mike Schmidt is
How
brutal.
about Mark McGwire? No. How about someone else?
Mark McGwire teared up.
All right, here's
qualifies.
Well, here's the famous scene from Rocky III.
What? He sounds like Jaw Lady.
What?
Oh, we got more to do.
What is this?
Up then, Ralph. Who cares? They didn't even take him to the hospital. He laid there and died in the smelly dressing room.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Mickey dies. He grabs his heart, and they bring him to the dressing room, and he doesn't want to go to the hospital. Yeah. How about just get on the gurney?
I'm okay.
Who
And
listens
they
to
leave
an old
him
man?
there in some stinky locker room.
Yeah, talking to her with her big nostrils. Come here, old man.
What a horrible crying scene that was.
Yeah.
That was really a douchey, chilly thing, watching that.
I remember when Ricky Schroeder cried in The Champ. I saw that in the movie. It's one of the first memories I have in the movie theater.
Aww.
And I didn't want to cry in front of my friends.
Did you cry?
Of course I did.
I had a little tear.
What'd you do?
A little zilch.
What'd you do in front of your friends? Did they make fun of you?
I don't remember. They were all probably crying, too. Bunch of moist-faced little fellas. Sad.
Staring straight ahead.
Yeah. Your eyes wide open because you're trying to fight, and it just pulls up under your eyes and drips.
Were you fanning your eyes?
Oh, don't cry. No. Quick dab. You do the quick dab.
And you don't want to swallow because it sounds like gulp.
Well, we're looking for real-life crime, but that'll do for today, okay?
That'll do. It's not what we're looking for.
I know it's not
Let's
what
play
we're looking
BJ
for.
Surhoff. We have that.
Yeah, what? Don't we have that?
Well, E-Rock has decided, he'll wait to get all of them, and then he'll give them to us.
Hey, that finger wasn't supposed to be held up at Opie's back like that. If you're going to do it to his face.
Ooh. Ooh, wait a minute now. I don't like the way Hawkey's making his, shut your face eyes at Anthony for Anthony's little joke.
I was kidding. I didn't even see you hold up any finger. I was just... Oh, it was a middle one?
Index.
Which one? Index?
You got a problem with what he just said,
Because
Anthony?
I didn't even see that. I was just selling you out like you didn't hold up anything, but then he made an excuse. No, I held up this. He probably did flip you off.
And then when you pointed it out, he gave the eye, the head shake, just shut up, Guinea. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I know. You see that face, right? That he just gave you. Oh, he just gave you that. Oh, you pedophile.
What we're seeing right now is the too big for his britches Hawk.
Right.
Why don't we take a break?
That's right. Give him a good raping.
Bill Burr, are we promoting anything today?
Caroline's 15th through the 18th.
Very nice. In her back. In her back. Where's the story?
Doctors are doing some creepy ass
Maybe we
stuff,
should do
man.
some reading before we start the show.
Yeah, we just blurt stuff out. She didn't have a chin. How is it done? I don't know. They grew it in her back or something.
We shouldn't know. It's creepy.
Wait, where is it?
It is really creepy.
Bone on her back.
Where the heck
But they
where is it? Ah, there it is.
You know why? They needed they used a donor bone.
All right, here it is.
But they had to have her own marrow in the bone.
Here it is.
So it wouldn't reject it.
Here's the story really fast. Denise with her husband Richard, 4 weeks after historic transplant of her jaw, which was first implanted into her back to help nourish the body part.
Yeah.
It was in her back, on her lower back.
For how long? How long does she have a chin on her back?
Ah, man, I never repassed the first paragraph, Jimmy. How long?
What position do you put her in if you're the husband? Either way, you either have to look at her face with a chin on her back. Hopefully he has a foot fetish. Or a flappy neck fetish.
Well, she's happy
She
today.
sneezes, her neck just moves for 3 minutes.
She must have a sparkling personality, though.
No.
Because she never had a chin. It was from 5 years old or something. So he married her chinless. It wasn't like he got married and all of a sudden she lost the chin. You may now. Did he just go like at the "you may now kiss the bride" part where she lifts the veil and he just no? We're going to leave that part out.
He goes to kiss her and it's her Adam's apple. He's like, oh, sorry, higher.
You go right back to her throat.
When did he realize this is the best he's going to get?
He's not bad.
Well, he looks like a regular guy.
He actually had to
Could
put
get
his
a girl with
finger
a chin.
under her Adam's apple to lift her up to give her a nice little kiss. You do that or you yank the back of her head. Romantically, Anthony.
Right, not like in a bad way.
Yeah, you kind of do the run through the hair with the fingers and then
pull her chinless head toward you.
Then a little John Rambo.
John Rambo.
You go to hold her face to tell her you love her and your fingers touch in the middle. Please tell me we have a picture before the chin.
Why are there never before pictures? Like a woman transplant, face transplant. You can never find a picture of her before.
Right. Well, here's some audio. Let's listen to this story.
All right.
A medical first at Mount Sinai Medical Center, a woman born with a severe facial disfigurement now has a new jaw. Doctors removed Denise Agelski's jaw when she was just 2 years old. That surgery left her unable to eat solid foods and dependent on a breathing tube. Just recently, Denise began losing soft tissue, which collapsed her airway. She would begin choking while trying to sleep. Now that the transplant is a success, Denise is ready to get on with life.
It has changed my life, and I want to thank these guys. They're miracle workers, they really are.
This was the first total jaw transplant in the state of New York.
Wait a minute. So you meet her. She can't eat solid food, and she's breathing through a tube. What makes you go, I'd love a second date? How does that happen?
This is the gal for me.
Throw a fish at old Pelican Face. She's sucking down like she has to mush her vegetables up and suck them down with a straw.
By the way, Dave,
how does that happen?
She's just like a sucker fish, just against the glass window, sucking stuff off of it, nourishment off of it.
You don't even have to hire a maid. Just put her stupid little sucky mouth in the back of the sofa. Let her clean it. Blech.
You have to throw your food against the plate glass window. The kids outside are tapping on the glass.
To mush her carrots up so she can suck it through a straw. You're in a restaurant, humiliated. Your boss comes over. There's your stupid hose-faced wife.
This is
no
the girl
chin.
I'm talking about.
Right.
Isn't she a doll?
Yeah, the one I told you about. Yeah. Mom, meet old straw gullet.
She is a one of a kind.
By the way, Dave in Phoenix, her Adam's apple Jimmy, not everyone dates like you do.
No, didn't Billy said that?
And I was tagging what you said.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it is
so
you,
we're both
Jimmy.
faggots.
Adam's apple.
How awful. And not only that, now she starts to snore. You finally get to sleep to escape this jelly-faced monster. You know. All right, you got to get this fixed. Here, take a piece of my knee, would you?
You hear her choking, you debate whether you're going to wake her up. Maybe I should just let her die.
Yeah, I should just end this right now.
Mouth to trachea.
Her gills. And now she's got a 15-year-old boy's bones. Now the husband's got to think of that every time he's making out.
Ooh,
or looking down at her. A 15-year-old boy bone.
Bill from Waterford, do you think people used to tell her, keep your back up? and then
not by the hair on my back. Oh, she got knocked out though. She had a glass back.
Got more backs than a Chinese phone book.
Oh.
Oh, God, I was ripping off Pat from Munaki. I didn't even see that.
More backs than a Chinese.
Yeah, Pat from Mancow. She has more chin than a Chinese phone book. Well,
so that doesn't include the back part of the joke there, Pat. You nine-toed sloth.
Let's say hi to Matt in Boston. What's up, Matt?
Wait, I have a question before Matt.
Hold on, Matt.
How does she wear a football helmet? would just suck up into her nose and teeth?
The strap is under her nostrils.
Oh, 42. Oh, we're just getting silly.
By the way, under her upper jaw, and then that tongue hooked around the strap.
The one that's curling up. Her curling tongue.
Could I just ask
explaining it?
Pertinent question? Why would she be wearing a football helmet?
Oh, no, maybe because her husband just looks at her head and has to punch it. Shut up, would you? All right, already.
Now she's got a jaw, but she sounds like quite the mush mouth.
When he married her, he had just dreams of circuses and then being in town to town, her being chinless straw lady and then making a mint.
Him counting money.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way.
Let's say hi to Matt in Boston. Matt.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Matt.
Weren't there two Muppets that they were aliens or something, and you squeeze their nose, and they had no chins? They would go, rawr, rawr.
Yeah, that's who she is. She's one of those Sesame Street characters. Yep. I forget what they would say.
I'm sure the morning zoos are taking a different approach on this story today.
Yeah, I don't think there was any domestic violence in their take.
No, not at all.
Wonder what waking up with Whoopi will do with it.
I love how the people on the Internet Movie Database change the information. The latest is at IMDb on a review of the page for Lucky Louie, the HBO series that Jimmy is going to be in. It says that Jimmy may not make it to season 2 because of his battle with AIDS. Somebody wrote that in, and I guess they accepted it as fact.
May. Wow, that's a year ago already?
And also, by the way, Newsday.com, you are mentioned.
Well, but not in the actual Newsday article. On the online version. Terrific. Boy, how many people read newspapers online?
Could be 5 or 10.
Perhaps more than that, Anthony.
I'm just glad this is over. And behind me said Cheyenne 37, who has since bounced back with PIX Channel 11. It never should have happened to begin with. Cheyenne, who plans to stay at Channel 11, will get unspecified compensation. Look at that.
Oh.
The arbitrator said CBS should have gone easy on Cheyenne because he never intended to curse on air, and the station did not receive any complaints. I actually agree with that.
I do, too. But again, the guy cursed on TV, and he's a reporter.
But he didn't mean to.
Exactly. Too bad.
Well, we didn't mean to do the Sex with Sam thing, so
you know what
we
I'm
shouldn't
saying?
have been fired either.
Yeah.
It was just bad judgment.
I actually agree with it, too. I don't know what I'm arguing.
Poor judgment.
Company policy bars use of the F word, but does not require offenders to be fired. CBS, the arbitrator, noted tolerated hijinks from the likes of ratings giant Howard Stern, who has since moved to blah, 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 which has no language restrictions. A CBS representative was not immediately reachable for comment last night. So that's the update on the story that's all over the place today.
Do you know, wait a minute.
What happened?
You do know that Stern is not mentioned in the online version. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's funny, though.
It's amazing how biased the media is against this show.
Yeah.
And it's because we call them out and we tell them what scumbags they are. Sorry. You are.
Well, we're not going to play ball. This is how it is. If they're not going to mention us because they can't take it, then fine.
Yeah, babies.
It's just ridiculous, though. We were the story. And they now call us hecklers or some radio show or I don't know. But the New York Times got it right. They had all the details, including what radio show it was, what the sign was, all that crap.
That's all right. Anyone that reads the story, they'll remember.
But the problem is, who reads the New York Times? It's too many words, and most of the words are big ones.
And the paper's so big.
Section, though.
Yeah. If you could find it.
And you have to be
I
one
don't
of
think
those
your newspaper
business
should
guys.
weigh 5 pounds.
Who reads lifestyles?
On a Monday, right?
Yeah, on a Monday, your newspaper weighs 5 pounds.
That's one of those business guys on the train, and you have to learn how to fold it properly. It's not a paper you can just open up and read. You got to, fold it and then refold it and look at a little panel at a time.
A newspaper shouldn't take over 3 seats while you try to read it.
Yeah.
You know?
The Wall Street Journal, it makes the Times look like a comic book. You ever look at that crap? Even the front page is boring.
It's like another language.
Oh, Enron execs say, oh, shut up.
I know, it's like from the 1800s.
Yeah. WorldCom stock to plummet.
Old.
Yeah, they don't even have photographs. It's like stipple-drawn pictures of the people.
A what?
What?
Stipple. It's a drawing technique which is just dots. Just like,
Yeah, I was thinking
never
that
heard
too.
of that?
No one under the 95 has ever heard of that.
A stipple drawing?
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that?
Actually, some girl I knew. She used to draw like that.
What, did she identify you in a lineup?
Yeah.
I would have just said it was...
No, she didn't identify me in a lineup.
Got tricky out of me, guys, on TV again! Enough!
Swab your blowhole, cancer
I think that's
boy.
actually cool, that hole in the neck.
No, it is awful. It looks familiar. I'll just tell you that.
Why did you put the bib on?
Because so you
no
don't
one
have
wants
to
to
stare
see it.
into it at work or at lunch.
He looks like he's going to rob a bank.
Puts a bib over it.
And how did that happen?
Well, I wonder. Smoking.
So wait a minute, that's like bad for you?
That's what we said yesterday. If you don't know smoking is bad for you at this point, then just continue.
Unless that Chesterfield cigarette satisfies your T-zone, taste, and throat.
But it's on TV again. Wonderful.
It does look familiar, doesn't it? That blowhole. Like they fashioned it into something that looks like, something men are usually attracted to. Well, they did. I've never seen one that graphically before, this commercial, where the guy, it's a close-up, and he's swabbing it with a cotton swab, a Q-tip.
All right.
It would just be a hole. And there's supposed to be a brass ring or something that they stick in there, kind of pretty it up.
Yeah, maybe decorate it.
Decorate it up. Wouldn't you put some lipstick around it?
Absolutely. A couple
Tattoo
legs.
around it
A tat? Yeah.
Turn it into something.
Let's go to Jeremy in Tennessee. Jeremy.
Opie,
Yeah.
if the New York Times had something good to say about y'all, you'd be kissing their butts, dude.
Right you
Oh,
are.
my God, Jeremy. It says calling out Opie on New York Times. First of all, we gave them props because they were the only ones that actually mentioned us in this story that's out today. And couldn't you tell that we were just goofing?
No, I mean...
No,
I take
about
everything.
everything.
We were making jokes that the paper's really
Oh,
large,
no, you
sir.
No, you wasn't.
I actually read the Times from time to time.
Well, I don't read it.
No,
So
you
shut up,
wasn't.
you stupid caller.
I'd rather read the Post because it's on
You're being so hypocritical, you dork.
Oh,
Easy with the language, sir.
Did he hang up then after that?
I hope not after a barb like that.
Got you.
He didn't. He realized
He's
that
a bright guy. That was the problem.
Yeah, he realized how stupid he really was, and that's the only thing he could come up with. That I'm a dork.
Come on, man. You didn't hear how that guy was speaking?
I I like reading the New York Post because it's on a third grade level and the pictures are nice and big and stuff. But every once in a while, I will read some New York Times.
Sometimes
every once in a while.
Sometimes they have pretty girls in bikinis.
That's right.
Too in the Post.
I like unbiased news. I go to Fox.
You might take it seriously, you know. He might call you a dork now.
They are biased, Jim.
Hey, can't get enough of Andrea Day, one of these stupid reporters here in New York City. She's looking out for us, guys. She's looking out for us. She usually has the trench coat on because she's getting things done.
She's like a...
she's an investigative reporter.
Yeah, investigative reporter.
Dumb broad.
She stinks. She's the worst. One of the worst reporters I've ever seen on TV here in New York City. She's on local Fox here in New York.
Oh, what's she trying to do?
Well,
Did she interview you guys?
Huh?
Did she interview you guys?
Yeah. A while ago, and she was trying to get stuff out of us. I'm like, will you turn off your mic? We're not going to say anything stupid. That's all she's about, just keeping the mic on and making you believe, hey, we're just hanging, right, as the mic's in your face.
Yeah.
No, we know what you're trying to do. We're saying nothing. But
what's she doing now?
She's giving a lot of promotion to this 9/11 video game.
Another video
But it's under the guise that she's bringing it to our attention because it's so bad and that someone has to speak out. Someone has to speak out.